Hello and welcome back, everyone. Today is an off day for us, as I want to first apologize for not having a session on Sunday. I wasn't feeling too well. I still have a sore throat, but we're moving, and thus we're doing a session on Tuesday today. Sadly, because it is an off day for us, Matty won't be able to make it, but everyone else was, which is I do have to say thank you, Foing, for helping out with that and getting everyone to.
It was very
respond to
hard,
it.
yeah. Hours of work.
Hours and hours
So
of work.
slippery. We're such a slippery little bunch.
Just so busy.
So busy.
But here we are,
Nerds with no hobbies.
back at it. This time we have 2 sessions in 1 week.
Hey.
As next week Sunday, which will be, I believe, that's the 20th. No,
It's the 14th.
that's the
14th.
14th. I am dumb. The 14th we won't have a session. But coming Sunday we will. So stay tuned for that.
Mm-hmm.
As we left it last time, with the last fight of the tournament, fighting what seems to be a young Ramirez, a somewhat centipede creature from the north, from the frigid realms of Isolor. Fighting this monstrous creature, you had a bit of a difficulty finding out what his weaknesses were and what his vulnerabilities were. Though being able to, somewhat distracted with screaming and dodging, you eventually felled the beast and came third in the overall tournament. Time passed as you were asked to once again meet up with the old Lord Ravuksan. Though upon arrival there was a heavy presence of what seemed to be a third-party knightly order that set up a perimeter in fear of a potential assassination to said lord. You eventually had some food with Lord Ravuksan and decided that you would take up or take over your duties as a guard the next day. However, being pulled by maybe something mystical, Valeria knocked on the door of Edgar to search out and see if the perimeter was set properly. During their nightly travels through the city, they encountered a mysterious and insightful exchange as a long-met young woman going by the name of Margaret had dark dealings with a hooded figure. You both eventually try to find out and seek out any potential guardsmen that were patrolling the area in order to tell them of your findings. And thus you were, the next day, the following day, brought to the acting captain of the local knightly order, Lady High Warden Ariana Tamari, that in all hurry and wanting to get this over with, recruited your, well, services, whichever that may be, to seek out a potential ally in the struggles against this mysterious cult of the chained Lord of the Dark Mist. Upon your conversation, Sirius, you were prompted that you would eventually turn back home. And thus we left it. The next day, where you were ready to set foot on what seemed to be the skyship Icarus, captained by High Warden, with her ever so jolly first mate, Flo, the Air Genasi. And as you step inside the tower of the Royal Skydock, the floor laid out for you in front of you, made by this beautiful mosaic of flying ships, as a spiraling staircase led all the way up to the top to an open dock with a somewhat extending bridge leading to what seemed to be a three-decked, almost frigate-type ship with no sails and masts in the center, yet 4 sails attached to the side, held aloft in the sky by a green emanating levistone, encaged in what seemed to be an isohedron that was bolted to the deck. As the Air Genasi Flo made his way towards the, well, top floor of this spiraling tower, he eventually proclaimed, "Ah, we made it. Please step forward. Behold the Icarus."
Mighty fine ship, he says, not jealous at all.
Thank you for your service of transporting us.
Yeah, you're welcome. So she's a beaut. Don't mind the ballistas on the side, on the back, and on the front. She do be in battle sometimes. But there shouldn't be anything worrisome on the travels. Nothing we can handle, at least. If you need to know anything, I'll be right over there. And as he points, you can see a small group of what seems to be crewmen. 2 of them stand out as you see this half man, half fish-like humanoid with gills and fins on his head, almost a greenish-blue coloration to his skin. As you notice that these fin sails are protruding from his arms and legs. Holding in his right hand, you can see it looks like some strange spear, but decorated with these shaman-like symbols. As well as what seems to be a somewhat small, stout man. A halfling with this dirty dirty brown hair that is tied to a ponytail, as his clothes are made of leather and he has a pauldron sticking out on his left shoulder. Right, okay, I'll be right over there.
Yeah, thank you. Would you be able to show us where we are sleeping, or like where our quarters are?
As he turns, he whistles. Nerik! Show these fellas to their quarters.
Yeah.
Okay?
And what's your name, sorry?
Nerik.
Nerik.
As
Nerik.
the small halfling indeed turns around. Yeah, right, boss. On it. As he almost with a spring in his step also walks towards you. Pleasure to meet you. The name's Nerik Clout Cheeks. I'll be your quartermaster.
No way. I'm sorry.
Cloud
Hold
Cheeks. What?
Cloud
Yep,
Cheeks?
Cloud Cheeks. Yep.
Okay.
I guess you were called for this profession.
My last name was given to me when I chose this profession.
Ah, well, that makes even more sense.
That makes more sense, yeah.
Does make perfect sense, yes.
I was just to be a wee lad when I joined one of these skyships. And one day, the alarm bells went off. And there I was, working the decks, but naked. Hence the name.
Hey,
Fair enough.
yeah,
Have you-
with a bit of a story. Nice.
Have you ever heard of someone like falling off of such a ship?
I've heard tales, yeah.
Yeah.
Some
What do you think of people like that?
who would fall off a skyship.
Yeah, right.
Who would fall off a skyship?
Yeah, who would, sir?
If I'm scared of falling off,
mm.
if I'm scared of
wait,
falling off,
let's
should I get like a rope
should
to
we
like
just-
bind me on the ship or like?
But if you don't have any sky feet or sail feet, like sea feet, please do stay below decks.
Mhm.
And if you need anything, I'll be working below decks, where I will now show your quarters, if you please.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Heading
And
to
as he
Sirius. You heard that?
I heard it. Thank you.
as the halfling turns around and walks towards the ship, you can actually see on his trousers 2 clouds on his cheeks.
Oh, I thought it was like cutouts.
It's not
Yeah.
that kind of a ship.
Yet. With a arrow on it.
YMCA.
Some assless chaps.
As Narek makes his way to the upper deck, you can now see this deck itself is about 125 feet in length. Wait, am I saying that correctly? Now I'm actually questioning myself. 165 feet in length from the stern to the port side, as well
In what?
as 35 feet going from, stern to bow, and from port to
Starboard.
starboard. Thank you.
Mhm.
It's 35 feet. Right, so don't mind these ballistas. They'll only be for our protection. Please follow me downstairs. And as you get on the deck, you can see the poop deck stands about 10 feet higher as the aft castle, where you can see one of the crewmen is already there, a half-orc with a somewhat tinted skin, dark hair in a dreadlock ponytail. We're strapped with leather armor, his blouse slightly unbuttoned,
Oh.
as he looks
Oh.
fierce, but like trying to make sure that the helm is centered. There's Hanush. Please don't mind him. Can be a bit stern.
What's Anusha's surname?
Hanush, his surname. Half-orcs don't get one.
Okay. That's
Interesting.
convenient. Okay. Let's go
Yeah,
and
I wanted his backstory. Yeah, it's fine.
talk to Hinish later. Valeria, I'm sure he'll be happy to answer your questions.
As he opens up the grate on the deck, you are let down a 10-foot tall staircase that's quite steep for the ship that you're on. As you are met by multiple quarters on the side. Behind you, you can see hammocks within the hold. Right, so guests stay in the back. It's one large room, no separate rooms. I'm so sorry. I will be sleeping there, as he points to a door to what seems to be a somewhat smaller room. You don't have much space, but that's why you work here. So I heard that you will all be taking jobs.
Yep, we're happy to help out.
Perfect. Don't come to me.
Who
As
should
he
we report to then?
Probably the quartermaster.
find yourselves to either Lady Tamare or Flo. They will help you out. Hopefully, you won't be assigned to me.
Well, you
You're not-
seem delightful.
You not like responsibility or?
Oh, I have plenty of responsibility. I just don't like people being in my way.
Noted.
What if we have to like reach for something high?
Oh no.
Right, okay, I'm going
So
to get
here
people
then. Yes, let's go in,
That's
guys.
Hear it coming. Hear it coming.
as he walks off back up the stairs.
Yep, that's how you make allies on the ship. Fantastic.
Then
Yeah.
Thought they only had hair on the feet, not between the teeth.
who else did you tell us to report to except for Amara, whatever her fucking
Flo.
name is?
Flow.
Flo.
Flo,
Who was
yeah.
Flo?
Genasi.
Flow was
what-
the
yeah,
air
okay.
genasi.
The Air
Oh, yeah.
Genasi. Mm-hmm.
Cool. Should we go and talk
Okay.
We're
to
gonna
her?
make friends with like the good stuff, not the higher links.
Mm.
There we go. Well, let's check out these quarters, shall we? See what
Of course.
wonderful, luxurious surroundings I'm sure they've given us.
As you open the door itself is smaller than the regular doors you're used to when traversing the city and entering buildings there. As you have to slightly crouch into the room, you can see it's about 10 foot wide, 10 foot to the back, with these beautiful inlaid windows. As the room itself is about 25 feet wide. There's a few hammocks here and there, but no actual beds.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good. Cool, mate. Yeah.
How many hammocks is there?
There's 8 in total.
Okay, just making sure that no one has to sleep on the floor. Okay, I guess we get settled in.
Mm-hmm.
Are we flying already? Like,
It is
I
currently
don't-
it's hovering above the city
The
itself.
dock. Yeah.
We're
Your
still
ducks.
ducks.
yeah, should we just put our stuff there? I kind of want to see how it takes off and
Yeah, we want to see us
Yeah,
leave the
same.
city, right? Want to be out on deck for that.
careful, don't get too close to the edge, serious.
Yes, that joke will never
we,
get old.
we just hold him very tight.
Just tie him
Mhm.
down.
Fine.
Yeah.
We have 90 feet of rope if you need.
Okay, good.
Does anyone
yeah,
have featherfall as well?
I
Wait,
have
is that-
featherfall.
Okay,
Is,
that's good.
I don't have it
is that
active. I do have it active. Yes, I
You
have
probably
featherfall.
should, yes. Maybe
I'll have
prepare
it.
it.
in the
Yeah.
plan.
I'll have it
Yeah.
ready. Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. Guess I'll drop my stuff and. Yeah,
We do
I want to
Go
go
and
out
have
on,
a look.
want to go
Yeah,
out on
we'll
deck
go
to see
out.
us depart.
Have a Titanic moment.
Yes, a Titanic.
Ah,
moment in front of
yeah.
the ship, please.
Well, I hope
Way
it
that
doesn't
everyone-
turn out the same way as the Titanic.
It's the
Well,
floating
let's-
icebergs.
Yeah.
No,
It's
but
really
they are
hard.
floating islands.
Mm.
Islands right ahead.
As you
Nice.
go back up the stairs onto the main deck, you notice that not everyone's on the deck yet. You do notice that now the half fish-like man stands on the center close to the leverstone. As he just looks around, then walks off to the front, the bow of the ship, talking to 2 of the knights that are stationed around.
I would have unequipped my weapons, daggers and scimitar.
Oh yeah, drop
Probably
them
just
in
put them into
cabin.
the bag of holding.
Okay.
I left mine. I just dropped everything kind of sporadically
Yeah,
in
this
my
is-
hammock. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Plump.
As you look around again, you can see that Hunush is still standing at the helm, but now Flo has
Flying.
Boing. Okay.
Flo has joined, as they
Hmm.
are currently in a conversation.
Eavesdrop.
I'm gonna. Yeah, you can use. I'm gonna wander on up and act my best airship captain.
All right.
So this is kick the wheel a little bit, nice airship you've got here. So where are we? How's the air, the weather, the winds, the
Lady Tamara has not arrived yet.
Oh, I mean, I'm talking to the people at the helm though.
Oh, Hunush.
Yeah. And Flo.
Hunush is just looking you up and down as he stands about 6'8". Just looks you up and down, then turns back to Flo. How's the weather?
Well, that's what I asked.
Well, in all honesty, Hunush, I have no clue what the weather will be like on the way, but I'm pretty sure that Daggers will make sure that we have a safe trip as always. Though that last Thunderbird was quite a scare.
Yes, Thunderbirds are very scary and worrying.
Cirrus, was it?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, you encountered a Thunderbird before, in that case.
Yes, I did. Yeah. It was.
Interesting. How?
Well, I was out, hunting one.
Hunting a
Kind of, that's a li-
Thunderbird?
I know, right? Crazy.
Now, why
Sometimes
would you hunt a Thunderbird?
just to collect the lightning, right? Like, I didn't ask too many questions, okay? I was paid with some job.
Never heard of that before, but that sounds like an adventure to me.
And adventure is right.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, we shouldn't have any problems during the way down to Coralia. Although maybe the occasional thunderstorm, depending on the weathers. Though Dagger's over there, as he as Flo nods to the half fish-like man. Daggers will probably
Dagger.
make sure about that.
Daggers? Daggers. Okay.
Daggers is someone's name. They're not saying daggers.
No,
Yeah.
it's Daggers. Dagas.
Right.
G-A-S. Okay. Daggers.
Daggers. Daggers, no.
He's good at controlling the weather, is he?
Hi, he is.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
As you
Oh.
see, Flo's attention shifts as he notices you, Valeria. If you want to have a chat, you can just come up here.
Oh no, that's okay. I was just looking around.
I'm
Beast-
just standing there looking right at them. I'm not looking around at all.
Be certain to stay away from the edge if you're looking around like that. You might fall over.
Oh, I know. Don't worry. I've heard about what not to do.
As he gives you a smile, he turns to you, Cirrus. Was it you?
What? Sorry, what? What's
The tails, of course.
Tails?
Yeah. About the one person who actually fell off a skyship.
I'm sure there's been more than one person
Oh my
that's
god,
fallen
you're
off an
famous,
airship.
Cirrus. You're famous.
So it was you.
I'm gonna leave.
And as you leave, you can hear Hanush slightly chuckle under his breath.
We just came to get our jobs from you, Flo, because the man Nerek told us to come to you.
Ah. Okay. Is everyone here? As he looks around the deck, where are you currently?
I am at
I'll
the
be at the-
front of the ship.
Yeah, I was at the very front, like kind of
Yes.
looking down, looking over. Like I assume it's slightly above the city already, right?
Yes,
Yeah, it's hovering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about 60 feet from like where you went into the tower, like into the skyport, and the because it's in the castle courtyard. And as you look down over the edge, you can see into the I believe it's called the mountain ward. I'm currently not on
Mountain
the
Ward?
underhill. Underhill and the mountain water. You can look down into it as you look down about 150 feet down.
Well, I'm looking over the city.
Can I see the artisan
okay.
ward?
Yeah.
You can
Thank you.
see the artisan ward slightly from here. But you do see like the Exodus arena protrude from above the houses and the roofs, as well as the churches.
Do we see the burned down house?
Burned down house.
From this angle,
The
yes,
old
you would
thieves'
be able to see
Oh.
the house. As you look at it, you can see this well-kept building, actually, but its roof itself is completely now like scorched. That's the word. Scorched over, as well as there's holes in the roof itself.
Yeah, well, look at this. Isn't that where the lightning struck?
That is where the light is from. Never
would there be
knew
a
that there was.
building?
I lived here all my life, and I never knew there was a building here.
Yeah, interesting.
I've, in my embarrassment, just, wandered over to Kaim. I'm like, can you see your house from up here?
Oh, you came to
no.
collect the rope.
No, I came.
I'm going to hate all of this.
I can see the
Oh,
arena
good.
though.
It's an airship travel. You should enjoy this. This is the one thing you wanted, no?
hmm
Well, I kind of think he wants it with his airship.
Would you have
Yeah.
thought that, like, give him like how everything is went after you lost the airship, and then, like, try to like do jobs for Griffin, that you'd be like this quickly onto an airship again?
I know, right? Crazy.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Well, I was hoping to sort of just get in with I have friends down at the docks. I was hoping I'd be able to hop on one of theirs and track down the cloud skimmer, but this will do for now.
Do you think they would lend you their airship more? or
No,
less
no,
to,
no, no.
track
Like,
down?
they track the same trade routes that I was on.
Excuse my ignorance, but like, when you leave an airship unattended, does it, like, I take it there's winds up top?
Yeah. Oh no, it's definitely drifted. But
Yeah. So like,
there's
it's like
there's only a few places it might have ended up.
do you think it might be worth to just like buy a new one over like trying to search for it?
They're very expensive.
I get that concept.
Plus,
It's just-
if you knew the cloud skim, if you saw the cloud, you'd understand. It's a
Well,
shit
you've been
worth
operating it
fighting for.
alone for yourself, right?
Mhm.
Can't be that big, so it's like definitely one of the cheaper ones, no?
I have my ways.
That is a very non-answering answer.
I walk away.
I'm like in the conversation. I'm like walking with them. So
Oh no!
I was saying,
so how
Boing
would
doesn't
you
get
go?
the reference.
that's not how that
would-
works.
Dagger, dagger.
How would you
Alright, walk
go
away.
about finding it then?
Well, I mean, I've been
Is like any beacons inscribed or something? Something to
Well-
like track it?
No. I mean, there's, it was where it was. There's certain, trade winds that I know it probably would have got caught in. I know where it would have, some of the places it might have ended up. I've been sort of, spent some downtime with the map, trying to.
Oh, that makes sense. You can
Chart
narrow
the-
it down more or less.
So,
Unless
you
there was
know,
like huge storms
yeah.
or birds.
Or birds. Okay.
Well, Thunderbirds, that is.
Yeah,
Thunderbirds.
Thunderbirds are go. I was just waiting for the right merchant friend to be going in the right direction. But
Yeah, that makes sense.
none of them are around for the next few weeks anyway. So it's a nice opportunity to hop on a ship. We'll take it.
How does the catching thingy that you got, MacGuffin, from Griffin, how does that work?
Ah, the MacGuffin. Good question. I think you sort of, I never got around to using it. So who knows?
Was there no instructions?
Griffin is not usually one to
Well,
yeah.
given that it's a lightning bolt that you want to catch, does it absorb the lightning bolt? Do you still like get hurt? It's a huge
Right.
difference, no?
Do I know how it works, DM?
You would have identified it on your first trip.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
It's it functions as a normal spell scroll where you have to unscrew the top and open it. But as soon as
Yeah.
you unscrew the top, it starts trying to absorb the nearest lightning that it can find. And when you aim it and open it towards a thundercloud that's striking lightning, it will absorb the lightning bolt, and then you have to close it as fast as you can in order to make sure the lightning stays inside. If you open it again, the lightning will shoot out.
Hey,
Ooh.
that sounds powerful.
Yeah. We had one, right?
Yeah, we have one. Interesting. So
Yeah,
like, you don't even have to chase one of the Thunderbirds. You can just like take like a normal
I'm
thunderstorm.
imagining there's something very specific about a Thunderbird lightning bolt.
Well, it's got thunder in its
Otherwise-
name.
Griffin would just be taking any old lightning.
Well, we could also try and like get one from like a blue dragon, no?
Yeah, sure. Blue Dragon, Thunderbird. Yep. Let's just. Yep.
Well, we've been told or like hinted at by like some flowers. I know, very odd concept that we might
Like your
encounter like a
flower,
blue
yeah.
dragon.
Okay.
We could use that if we were to encounter it to fight dragon, said dragon, to
Mm.
like absorb the breath weapon
Mm.
and then fight it without it.
An
And
idea.
you know, it's 2-in-1. We get rid of like an evil beast, and you can fulfill your quest to Griffin. You know how much you get paid for that?
How much am I getting paid? Did I sign a contract? Do I know anything at all? Did I just go like, yay? How much would I be getting paid for the delivery of a Thunderbird lightning bolt?
For
Um,
specific, for delivering the lightning bolts, you would have gotten upgrades for your cloud skimmer.
Well, that's handy. Great.
Yeah, definitely handy if you don't have a ship anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
just being sarcastic.
Thank you, Valeria.
Yeah, thanks.
Sometimes you
Getting much better at
you
social
just don't know.
situations.
That was Helen.
You'll know
I
when
know.
it's Valeria.
I know. Anyway, sir, Kai, was that your house over there?
I'm just gazing out, not really paying any attention.
Yeah.
Do we know
can be.
like what our time schedule is here? Like when do we take off?
You have no clue.
No, they haven't given the in-flight security and safety announcement yet, so we've
Yeah.
got some time. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
There wasn't a
usually,
last call yet.
no, they
Raise
usually
up.
tell you to make sure the window blinds are open, so
Yeah.
you can acclimatize to the light before you leave. So we've got time yet. There's still time.
Eventually,
Well,
you notice that with a few older knights, as well as a few other somewhat outstanding of the group people, Lady Tamare walks on deck. I am so sorry. There was like a 4-hour security queue.
Yeah.
They really have to hire more staff. I know.
Yeah.
It's
It's
too
like,
soon. It's too soon.
And there was someone whose baggage was lost. It's
Oh,
mental.
Crazy, yeah.
sucks, yeah.
Anyways, have you all rested well?
Yeah.
yeah.
Being in person.
I believe I did.
I
Perfect.
mean, I've just been standing with Flo this whole time, just waiting for everyone to get there. So
Has
I
Flo
don't-
given you your details yet, or not?
No, not at all.
Well, either you are slacking or he is slacking, and I don't want to have and pull the whip out.
Oh, it's totally on us. It's totally on us so far. We've been admiring the beautiful ship and
Well, the Icarus is
city.
a beauty.
It's a fine ship.
the Icarus.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
she is
sure.
called the Icarus. I
Would-
am so
would-
sorry.
would, like
Go on.
like in this world, do like fables like this exist? Like the Icarus, like, or it's just like
No. The
You have
Icarus
it.
is
It's
not
just-
available.
Okay.
yeah. So like we should be fine as we do, don't
Yeah.
fly too close to the sun.
It's Icarus after like Bob Icarus. It's just it's just.
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
Okay. Yeah.
This is actually Ron Icarus.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Evil twin
His
brother.
brother, his yes, his
Ah, yeah.
that's right.
But evil twin. Gonna get a word.
If you mind, please follow me to the aft castle. First, I do have to make sure that some of the people are situated and are ready for making our way.
We're gonna wait.
Serious.
You just keep
Yes.
saying it, man. I'm sorry.
Given that you've like spent some time with us and that you know airships like that,
Uh-huh.
what do you think each person here of us would be best suited to like help
Oh my goodness,
on a ship like
indeed.
that?
Hmm. What are
I
the
take it.
positions again? I'm looking at. Well, nobody's going to be the
I've
captain.
got
because-
them.
Prepare this.
I wrote them all down. Captain, first mate, quartermaster, which is basically HR, navigator, helmsman, which is basically a pilot, gunner, ballistas, large crossbow.
Ooh.
You also
Those are my
forget
notes.
helmsman and deck mage.
I
How
said helmsman actually.
Deck
but I didn't say
mage.
deck mage. That's
Yes.
fair.
Deck
mage.
mage. Ooh.
What's the deck mage?
The ones like,
Exactly what it says.
a deck mage.
Mage
What,
on deck.
A mage,
A mage on
oh, who like makes wind and shit.
Yeah,
In this
they do
case,
that.
you might think it might be daggers, yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well,
Cool.
So- good question. Who?
Get a whole week.
I
Pick your dodgeball teams, Gus. Pick them.
I can't possibly do
It's
this.
PE.
Everybody,
It's PE
I
all over
know
again.
the last person picked. is
Yeah.
Okay. Corval, is there any
Yes.
position that you think you would be sitting? I'm sitting down at the desk now, apparently, with a bit of paper,
the job engineer. Yeah.
little glasses.
What's the
So, let
position
me
you
just
think
see
you would
it.
be good for?
Yes, and tell us what's your motivation for that position as well, just so you know.
Just let me shoot stuff, and I'm
Yeah.
fine.
Oh well, there you go.
He's
Easy.
dexterous, right? So like maybe like climbing up the thingy or whatever. Is there
Yeah,
mast?
yeah.
There's no mast. No.
No, you have to just 4 sails.
You want to shoot stuff? You should go with
Yes.
the armorer guy with the ballistas, then, right?
Hell yes.
There you go. Good. Valeria is notoriously good at social situations.
I'm really good at speaking to
Yes. Quartermaster.
Yes.
Right.
Great motivation speech.
Quartermaster for Valeria, then I suppose. Hi. Time have a lot of magic. You both have a lot of magic.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of magic, no.
Okay, then you should definitely be the deck
Thinking-
mage. And then,
I have no ways of like creating any wins whatsoever.
well, have fun. Is
You
all
can
I'm
just set
going to
everything
say.
on fire. What do you mean? It's fine.
Yeah.
Sirius would know that deck mage isn't only there for creating gusts of wind in order to move. It's also to ward off any dangers when it comes to ranged weaponry or fights.
Also, they get to be the deck mage. It's an exciting position.
I heard that's Matty.
You have fun. And Kaim, athletics. There's no running. Navigator. Helm needs dexterity. Helmsman. Enjoy.
Not very dexterous.
Yeah, he's strong.
God,
He's
sick.
strong, and like my dexterity is 18, so.
Okay, I take everything back. You actually suck at gauging our abilities.
Look, I run a ship by myself. Okay, I don't know how to.
we have
Why not let-
the shy person being HR
Why-
now. We
why
have the
not
person
let-
that's like,
Ari give us the jobs.
yeah, maybe do that. Wait,
Okay.
good input though. Good input.
Thank you. I'm gonna go sit at the front of the ship, Rev, and just pat him.
Don't fall off.
I won't.
In 10 minutes, we're gonna hear.
I'm actually curious about that one. How does Ref stay on the ship? If there would be like any winds and shaking, Ref doesn't have hands, right? Ref is just
It's a-
metal. There's very low friction for such a thing onto like an airship. If it
Metal
gets
is
shaky,
heavy, fine.
yeah, but like if it gets shaky whatsoever, Ref will just fall off, no?
Or he just goes inside the ship.
He has claws and stuff. He's a.
It's not
Yeah, but,
like
like,
there's
that's only, like,
one.
a
ball,
slight.
yeah.
It's only a slight friction increase. Like a human is made for like stuff because you can grab onto something. If you can't grab
You
on
think
something,
dogs just fall off ships? What is this conversation?
no, but a dog is not made of metal.
Ah,
Boeing just wants to fuck you up in every
I
single
know.
way.
yes.
Yeah.
Rev is not
There
falling
is
off
a
the ship.
railing. Like
I'm-
there's an actual railing on the side.
I'm just thinking like if you need to like leash Rev.
Leash. Ah. Okay.
Maybe
Do you
we
want
need
your
to
job
leash your
to be
little
Rev
dragon,
Walker?
Boeing. Huh?
Sorry, what? Sorry, what, Valeria?
Huh?
What did you say?
Do we need to leash your dragon?
No, because he's a statue.
Okay.
A small statue in my backpack.
Yeah,
It's
and
not
Rev's
Drake.
a little wooden fox.
No,
Little
it's a
metal
it's a
fox.
metal
Yeah, I
fox that walks
know.
around. There's a difference. I wouldn't
Yeah,
have
there is a
I wouldn't have the Drake up here.
You go get your jobs. Gonna go
Yeah. Let's go.
sit with Rev and
I guess we go to Lady Tamara's, whatever.
As you walk to the aft castle, you can see Flo and Hanush are still talking to each other. Though, on the backside of the aft castle, you can see Lady Tamara talking to this, seems to be a small horned female tiefling in these fine leather clothes. As she notices you approach. Ah, you're here. Please, my navigator, Journey. Pleased to meet you. My name is
Pleasure's
Journey.
ours.
I will be the navigator on this trip, and apparently I am having one of you under my wing.
What kind of abilities would one need to help you the most?
Being a navigator.
Mhm.
Someone who's either keen of mind or good with nature.
I think that's our friend there, the blue one.
I'm already proficient in all of this. I don't need to train.
Well, you still need to
That's
work.
true.
I know.
Or good at nature, like a ranger, possibly.
Yeah, either the blue friend over there or the guy that stands in a corner in the green robes.
Yeah.
As
Edgar.
There you go.
Lady Tamara steps in.
Okay.
You're just sleeping down.
I did
It was really
think
tired.
that Edgar would be suitable for the navigator spot. Having lived under the stars comes in quite handy in reading the way during the dark. That's one position settled. I do think that you, Adero, are suited to be a deck mage, someone who
Oh dear.
is able to use his intuition in, well, let's say close combat and close quarter fights as well as ranged. Someone as you who's trained in tactics might be able to be somewhat more quick of wit when it comes to it.
Good assessment, thank you.
Now, as first mate, I had either Kaim or Valeria in mind. Someone who's able to up the morale when needed, or either force the morale as needed.
Oh god.
Thoughtful for you, Master Gunner. It's easy as that. It's the easiest choice, and I think the most suitable choice.
Yes, thank you.
So, who to make first mate?
I'm happy with any
Right,
decision you
right.
make.
Well,
Right.
Valeria is good in a pinch to inspire,
Hmm.
It just sings a song.
especially with us firsthand. She has inspired us and helped us when we have been down.
Here's a messiah.
Camp. So she's probably the
That's a
most
strong word.
perfect fit to be first mate. Very good support.
Thanks, Kaim. Kaim's
Her
very
inspiring
strong.
words have helped us fight and strike through whenever we needed it the most.
If you all feel like that is your best option, best
It's a plus
assessment,
D4.
then my choice will be indeed Valeria. Will be following Flo around.
Thank you. I'm honoured.
As for
Wait, who do I
helmsman,
follow around again?
I will introduce you to him shortly.
Thank you.
Kaim, you're assigned to Hanush. He's not a talkative one, though he will point and grunt when needed.
That's
Fitting,
all I need.
just like your dad.
It's like Delanus.
As she turns to you, Cirrus.
Hello.
Just don't fall off.
That was old 5 minutes in, boing.
There is-
that was perfect. That was
Eris
perfect.
is at this
It
point
really wasn't.
sobbing.
Running back to the quarters.
Yeah.
I reckon you have a ship of your own.
In technical terms, yes.
Well, have you not been calling yourself Captain Cirrus all these years?
Oh god, the fire's so scary.
I do think you would be the best fit to be the captain, as of your knowledge is already there for airships, as well as your
Yay.
fast assessments of reparations when necessary.
Yes.
Oh, do you have mending?
You know, I'm very good at fixing things. It just comes naturally to me.
Yeah.
Well, I have
Yes.
introduced you already to Journey. So Edgar, she will be your guide the next 1.5 to 2 weeks. As for you, Adero, back at the, well, bow of the ship, you will find Daggers. Daggers is a curious one. He comes from the sea, but he stands true when it comes to air travel, as well as when it comes to nature and the weather. He's quite intelligent on tactics also. So, not coming from a soldier background like you, he might even learn a thing or two from you.
Bet we've wonderful chess. Nice.
You seem to know a hell of a lot about all of us.
I did do
Yes, we've
my
established
homework.
as much.
And
Okay, that
Time.
doesn't unsettle anyone else. That's fine.
for you, you have met Hanush, I hope? As Hanush turns around, now gives you a smile.
Oh,
I kind of give him half bow.
He nods. Starts slightly giggling in his deep raspy voice that I currently will not be doing.
of course.
What you also hear
Nice.
from under his breath is falling off the ship and more laughing.
I'm sure I'm going to be able to lead this crew with distinction.
As for you,
We're
Torval,
going to get nicknames. Don't worry
Yes.
about it. It's fine.
over there, close to the middle, close to where the Leverstone is, that is Sir Alphonse Swiftfang. As you see this halfling man looking one scar going through his through his right eye, to almost fang-like teeth protruding from his mouth as he carries a heavy crossbow over his shoulder. He's making the ballistas ready as he yells some commands to some of the knights that are standing and positioned around. Careful with that one. He has a short temper, though it might do you good. Sirius, as for you, I would like to have a word,
Of course.
if you may. Please follow me to my cabin.
Okay.
As she walks off the stairs and opens a door that is in the wall of the aft castle. Meanwhile, as you see Lady Tamare as well as Sirius disappear into the captain's quarters, you see the robes being tossed. As the Leverstone starts pulsating in this strange green hue, as slowly and surely the wind from behind picks up, as the ship starts to slightly and slowly drift off from the sky dock. You are officially on your way.
Valeria is like, woo! Not like reading the room at all.
I'm the queen of the world.
Yeah, someone had to do it.
I would like to go to the person I'm assigned to. I'm sorry, I forgot the name.
Yeah,
already. Bad with
same.
names.
If
And
we're like
would
really
like
on
to
our way,
like
then
strike up a conversation with them about the stone, like with like maybe like mechanically checking it and like trying to like understand how it works.
Adero, I reckon. The name is Dargus.
Oh, yeah.
I
Pleasure's
will
mine.
be, well, somewhat your tutor in the coming weeks. The full name is Dargus Zudamath, from House Zudamath of the Triton people, down in the Atlantean Reefs.
Oh, so where we headed right now?
Yes, I will be returning
Oh.
home.
I'm very curious to see your home place. I've heard wonderful things.
Oh, have you now? That is
Yeah.
quite interesting, because not many people can find a Triton home.
Well,
Especially
services.
not when you don't have these, as he points to the gills on his neck.
How would one that doesn't have those traverse to there then?
There are
Taking
means
that-
of breathing in the water. Some use spells, some use a transformation. Others just use a simple potion. I do happen to be able to make such potions if you ever feel like you need to travel down into the reefs.
Well, is our goal to be there during our travels?
I don't think we will make a stop on the way.
No.
Home port, or at least the port we're headed to, is Larissa.
You said that you would return there, so you will not be
I will take
staying for
temporary
like the trip
leave,
back. Oh, okay.
as we are all, well, needed in a leave. Sadly, Lady Tamara can't return us to her hold. So, Larissa it is. From there we can travel pretty much anywhere across the Corellian, the Confederation, that is. Well, there. Now, let me tell you about some of the things that you need to know about the ship. These sails, as he points to the side as he walks down the deck past the Leverstone. These sails are imbued with an enchantment. They produce a slight gust of wind, though, me being me, I am able to create a somewhat stronger wind from the back, so travel will be a bit faster.
Oh, how often do you have to cast that? Don't you exhaust yourself doing that?
I can just cast it once a day. It is a powerful spell, but it will get us at least fast to the places we have to go, have to visit. Now for this, as he turns to the center of the main deck, is a Leverstone. I am certain you have heard of it.
I have heard of it, and I've heard of like some other rumors. I've seen like some flowers that have similar properties. I'd wager. Can you like do like maybe like an Arcana check to like understand it better, or like to like while I talk about it, like seem more knowledgeable about it?
You being this close and being touched by magical essence, so to say, you do feel that the full weave of the world of magic is flowing through these stones. And as much as any other wizard or spellcaster that uses like a sorcerer or a warlock, more or less a sorcerer, the magic flows through and comes from within, rather than it being learned or granted by something else.
I'm like, okay, so Adara is like kind of like trying to focus in on it, or like fully like take in what's happening and trying to understand the flow of magic. And then for the first time, to like his own surprise, I guess, he understands and casts innately, or at least like without components, levitate.
Okay. As you start lifting off from the deck.
Interesting.
That is exactly how it works.
Yeah. Well,
now tie yourself down before you eventually miss the ship as you see daggers shuffle.
Yeah, that's next turn. Like the ship is going up currently, right?
The ship is going up.
Okay, do I stay relative to the ship, or like
you stay relative to your own position? So eventually the ship comes to your feet. But
okay,
since
so
the ship
my
is also
understanding
moving forward, you are set in position. The ship moves away from you. Okay,
so like I'm like trying to like move down again, so like I land on the deck again, but in theory I could float. Okay. Well, that's certainly interesting.
It isn't my first time seeing it, and it's still funny to see some people panic.
Not your first time seeing people take off when looking at a stone.
No, not at all.
Interesting.
I've had many people under my wing. Some now even serving on some of the ships in the fleet. So I don't have to talk about service to you, I think.
I've done enough. Don't want to do any more.
Perfect.
I'm curious though. I'm casting Mage Hand.
Mm-hmm.
If I would levitate and the Mage Hand would try and like drag me, does that work?
How heavy are you?
Well, I'm levitating, so like my weight doesn't really matter, no?
For the pool still.
But then it wouldn't work. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So have to try.
Because
No,
you can
Daryl
be
falls
pulled
off the
up
ship.
and down. Like you can be pulled down, you can be pulled up.
No,
or
I can
pushed.
move up and down with levitate.
Yeah.
By like thinking. What I'm thinking is like I'm
Oh,
I'm
okay, yeah.
levitating.
No, you can't
if like
be
the
pushed by a mage hand.
well, I can drag myself on the rope, right, to like
Yes.
go back and forth. So like in theory, it could exert some pressure on me,
And you would be going slightly faster, but not much faster.
but I could move with that,
If you use it with a rope, yes.
but not with the hand. Okay.
Not with the hand itself.
Okay. Interesting.
Meanwhile, Cirrus,
Hello.
as you step inside the captain's quarters, on both the port and the starboard side, you can see elaborate maps strain out from several continents. One of which stands out is Coralia. As you are so familiar with it, you look at it as you didn't notice Lady Tamare step behind her desk and sitting down, as this desk is at the end of the captain's quarter. A beautiful window portrays a battle of a skyship and a dragon. As you look out, you can see the city of the Heavier
Mhm.
slowly getting smaller. You are finally making your way down south. Well, I brought you here because I did want to have a chat.
Mm-hmm.
We have heard of a conflict between two of the city-states.
Right.
Larissa and Zakroth are currently in conflict. As you obviously know, the Senate of Larissa is... Well, you might be too long away from home to realize this.
In a while.
After the sickness that hit your mother, the Senate has
Wait,
not been...
hang on a damn minute. How do you know him? How do you know I need to know everything?
We have eyes and ears everywhere.
Right.
As even though we might be upholding some honor, we do need, let's just say, a connection to information in order to be
I
able
see.
to act in the best interests of those who need our help and protection.
Right.
The Senate is in uproar, and the two kings of Zakros have called for a war to subjugate Larissa back into the Corellian League, the confederation that you're so, well, long ago left.
Mhm.
Now, Atlantia doesn't want to be involved,
No.
as you might know that the collective, the 9 artificers that are governing each district within Atlantia, have an agenda of their own. The Sky Navy Federation is currently split and torn in two.
Mm-hmm. Politics.
Zakros claiming, obviously, one half and Larissa the other. They are in need of someone to ease the conflict. And they have asked for a potential ambassador. Someone who can ease out these... Well, let's just say the tension.
Yes, and hope you found someone good and proficient in diplomacy to do such a thing. It's a long,
That's
long-run
the other
division.
thing. The Senate of Larissa doesn't really trust anyone outside of their own, well,
Yeah.
oligarchy. That's where you come in. In the hopes of, obviously, first trying to cure your mother, and hoping that she will take the seat back. Though that might be a solution in the long run. We need one short term. We, as Knights of the Order of the Kingfisher, Knights of the Shining Light, are not allowed to intervene in continental politics.
Of course not. She wouldn't want to intervene or...
Hence,
Yes.
my underlying reason for asking you on this trip is to take up the house name again and take seat in the Senate.
Mm. I see. I have an aunt. I have an uncle. I have I have cousins. There's a whole bloody family out there.
We understand.
Uh-huh.
Though you might have noticed that the Knights of the Shining Light do not really have someone within the Confederation. And we, having met you, makes you our most wanted candidate for that position. Someone who can even secure our presence within the Confederation, might we have to intervene if this conflict goes to a global scale.
Yes, but you wouldn't want to interfere, would you? That wouldn't be
Not
good.
if that is not necessary.
Mm,
Hence, you come in.
yes. Okay. This is absolutely not interfering, of course.
Now, you
Fantastic.
do have the counsel of your friends, though you might be a bit wary when it comes to politics, when it comes to Adero. His military tactics and knowledge of being a soldier might interfere with being a good politician.
Yes, he can be slightly undiplomatic at times, I agree.
Obviously,
Yes.
I lost my
Alright.
train of thought.
Ah, that's perfectly fine, my lady. So, but I mean, I'm very confused at this point, though, because all of a sudden I'm being dragged into geopolitics when I think you mentioned something about a dragon last we spoke.
Correct. Now, there is a dragon located within Coralia. No one has spotted her for over a century. It was merely a ruse to get your crew on board. I do have to admit that.
Right. Well, Ardero's not going to be happy about that.
Oh no.
Well, if he does want to take it up with the captain, I'm certain you can handle it.
Oh, yay.
If not, we Knights of the Order of the Kingfisher do have a code of honor.
Mm-hmm.
And the
The
duel is
honesty
permitted.
isn't part of that.
Apparently. I hear Adero say in my head.
Well, we do have to uphold some of our tenets, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
Now, as captain to captain, please have a seat.
Yep. I take a seat.
Obviously, we cannot grant you a ship of your own. Yet I have heard the stories.
Everybody's
And
heard the stories.
at this point, everyone has heard the stories. I do think that we would be able to find your ship. I have people report to me, or had report to me, that a almost crewless vessel was flying over Coralia.
I'm doing the math in my head of the map and the direction of winds going,
The
Hmm.
Caprician Isle, if you look at the map,
Mm.
underneath the equator, close to the
Mhm.
southeast of where Dahevia is, there
Mhm.
is the Caprician Isles.
Mhm.
Then off to the left, slightly more south, think of like Earth map where South America would be. That's where Coralia is.
Right, okay. Okay, so it's more than possible the cloud skimmer could have drifted down in that direction. Do you say almost crewless?
Let's say like that's what bothered you.
Wait, hang on a second.
Yeah.
I did indeed. There were sightings of... People have called it a ghost ship.
Right.
Now, at first we wanted to try and make sure that the rumors weren't true. We have lost 2 of our scouts. As the 3rd did return, I'm sorry to say, but your ship is now, let's just say, a somewhat unwanted crew.
Of
Undead.
Oh, fantastic. That's
How do
fine.
undead get up there? It makes no sense.
How do undead get up there, though? That seems awful complicated.
A rift in what we call the planes. There's one plane in particular, the demi-plane of dread, called Ravenloft. When there's an eerie mist, one can assume that a rift into the plane has opened up close.
Okay.
Either creatures will come seep out, or people will be abducted in. Now, last
Alright.
we have heard of people coming out of it was centuries ago, when that person became a god, going by the name of Vakan.
Ah, yes. Mm-hmm.
Now, most people going in never come out, except for a few. People who can travel and traverse the mists and the plains with almost ease. Most of them are called gypsies, though they go by the name of Vistana and Vistani. They are a traveling band, often family, as they are allowed to travel between realms. One can easily identify them by a almost playing card tattooed on their arms.
And it's one of those families.
That has brought undead onto your ship.
And are probably on my ship.
Probably, but
Okay.
the idea is that we go to Larissa, stock up, try to gather intel, get you a seat on the Senate, or cure your mother by any form of a miracle, from what I've heard. If so, we can make a detour to your hometown first. If you so please. So I'd rather dock at Larissa and take the road, well, around the jungle, preferably.
Okay. So what you're saying is that in return for playing a little bit of dirty politics, so that you don't have to get your hands dirty in politics and intervene, you're going to
Help you get your ship
get
back.
my airship back.
Yes.
Ship that is perhaps interesting. Right, well.
And this, as she opens one of her desk drawers and pulls out a rolled up piece of parchment. And as she shows it to you, you notice the wax seal on it has the crest of the Darhavian royal family. Cassius put in a good word, as you have helped the city as well as the kingdom. Upon your return to Darhavia, this here is the deed of your own castle.
Oh, my own castle. Delightful. I will
Not
love
yours.
my... Oh, okay.
The group's.
Ah,
The
God,
prison.
God.
It is...
Prism scarf.
It is written up for, well, 6 of you. Located in the Twin Empress Peak Mountains.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm
What
sure they
coincidence.
mentioned this interesting castle once or twice. I think Darrow in particular is quite obsessed with it.
I
right.
am allowed
It was kind, but yeah.
to
Nice.
grant it to you now,
I think Kaim is quite obsessed with it.
as she
Oh.
hands over the parchment to you.
Right. Well, I'm not happy with this. I mean, as a means to an end, I suppose. We don't have much of a choice now anyway. We're sort of on an airship. Great. Fantastic. Well played. I'll, yep. I best, catch up with the grip then.
Before you
I
leave,
just, well,
that castle will be fully repaired upon return.
Oh,
all right.
nice.
Well, thank you. I will meet up with the group, but the more, I just hope that a little bit more honesty in future, perhaps. A little less shady games.
I will
Yeah.
take it to account.
I hope so. I'm gonna wander off, catch up with the group.
Okay. As she closes the door behind you, you can see Daggers and Ardero are currently still standing around the Leverstone. As you see that Torval is now being yapped at by a halfling for trying to make sure that the ballista are ready to be shot whenever.
Yes.
As you look
Right.
over, you can see Kaim and Hanush at the helm. As they somehow Hanush is laughing. Just straight up laughing. And Flo and Valeria are not yet in conversation, as Flo is just going around making face with whomever is on the deck.
Okay. That's where everybody is then. Right, fine. I'd ideally like to try and get them alone. Shouldn't have sent them all off on various... Get them all paired up, eh? I'm gonna wander on over to Flo and Valeria. Yes.
I'm just awkwardly following Flo
Yes.
around and just standing there while she's talking to everybody. But I'm trying to learn everybody's names and what they do as well.
Okay.
Okay. I kind of match their steps. Like, getting on okay? Valeria, everything? Fine.
Yep, I'm just meeting everybody. It's quite overwhelming, but it's fine. How are you?
Oh, fine. Yes, nothing. No horrifying revelations yet. It's fine. It's good. Yeah.
Okay.
Hope you're treating her well, Flo.
Huh?
Yeah. Valeria.
Yeah, very well.
you're-
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm.
He's lovely.
Pardon me, my lady. As he bows, I am so sorry. I just, took off being my usual self.
Don't worry at all. I'm happy to shadow you and just learn. That's why I am here. So it's fine.
Please, if you do have any questions, don't be too scared to ask them. I am
Okay.
happy to provide and help wherever I can.
So do you just go around to everybody and make sure that they know what they're doing and that their morale is high?
I am currently just checking in. Usually I will be on the aft castle, either next to the captain or making sure the journey has our journey set out.
Okay. Did you need me for anything, Cyrus?
No, you're... Well, yes, if you just... Yeah, Just, if you don't mind me stealing her away for a moment, Flo, you can...
Not at all, if
Fantastic.
that's okay with you.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Good. We're gonna slowly back away from not being suspicious at all.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. I imagine, what time do we take off, like, in the morning? And is it, like, midday now? Or...
It is
What time is it? Yeah.
currently around midday, yes.
Because I imagine we'd all have to break for lunch at some point.
Wait, aren't I the captain? I am the captain. Oh my god!
True. Just do what you want, man.
Flo, tell everyone it's lunch. It's lunch. We're taking lunch.
He looks at you with confusion. You want everyone off the deck except for...
No. Oh, yeah, that works actually. Yes, every main member of crew go take their shadow. People will take over. It's fine.
Are you sure about that?
No, but go on.
That's captain's orders. You heard it here first.
You're not
Yes,
captain.
ma'am.
That's first, mate.
He's not scared.
I was appointed
that's what I said.
captain.
Were you?
Yes.
As Flo takes
Yeah,
over. Yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
yeah.
All right, scrappers. Everyone below decks, lunchtime. As you
got, like,
hear a
2 minutes
bell
lunch.
going off. You see everyone slowly going below decks, except for the captain, who just leans to the back edge of the ship, trying to ascertain what you're going to do.
I just look at Cyrus like, the power we have.
Yeah, I'm looking at Sirius and like, fly over like a second ship, or like, what's your plan here?
No. What? No, I just wanted to have a very brief, private conversation with you, and this seemed like the most...
Were you given permission to commandeer the ship?
I am the captain.
I'm just busy with the big ass crossbow.
Wait. I'm not the deck mage. I'm assisting the deck mage.
No,
As much as you're not the captain, you're assisting the captain.
Wait, hang on a
I don't think you have any power here. I'm
Well,
sorry to
really, I
inform you.
have plenty of power. I just sent everyone on lunch. So,
Yeah, did you talk to the captain about this?
yes,
Oh, okay.
I think probably wasn't that. Wait, I was. She said I was the captain, right? For the course of this journey, that's what I was understanding. She was delegating the job of being captain to me for the course of the journey. No, okay, well I misunderstood. That's fine.
To be
Anyway,
fair, out of character, they tricked you here, so you can kind of do whatever you want.
This
Can
is
you
very
keel
true.
haul like a person on like an airship?
Right, let's not have any of that chat right now. If you just all join me over here at the front of the bow, just for a moment,
Yes, Captain.
All
guys.
right, all right.
I'm not
Yes.
leaving. What is my job?
You're the helmsman.
Yeah, I'm not leaving.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I'm allowed to leave, to be honest.
Okay, fine. So I suppose it's Ardero and Valeria. Like, guys.
I'll just listen in the distance. Like,
Yeah.
if Ardero's standing here, I can hear them.
Oh wait, there's a map. Oh damn it!
Yeah, we switched.
All I'm trying to do, in the most subtle ways you can clearly tell, is have a very brief moment with my group to tell them we've been lied to.
You know what? I will just come here if it's cool.
Such a thing of a fight, Jesus.
Like, what is going to be mad at the captain?
No, I just want. I'm not. We're
Yeah,
going. With,
no.
We're going with. I've spoken with her, and we've come to an agreement as to what's going to happen going forwards. But sorry to tell you, Daryl, there's no dragon. First thing. Disappointing, I know. He seems very disappointed. That's fine.
Yeah, he's
Great,
just
fantastic. Okay, yeah,
He's
fine.
just.
I'm choosing to wait
processing.
with my reaction upon hearing all the
processing it.
information.
And yeah, we're going to we're getting bizarrely involved in some weird diplomacy political situation down there. That's pretty much it.
No dragon, but politics. Anything else?
Oh, we got a castle.
Taking the scroll. What castle? Taking the
Twin
scroll,
Peak-
looking at
Twin-
it.
the Twin Peaks castle. We got
As you open the
Twin
deed,
Peaks.
it opens up. To whomever holds this deed is bestowed the Twin Empress Peak Castle.
But does not mention the prison.
It is signed the prism as well as
Okay.
what seems to be the royal. It would be the queen that signs it.
He is
Okay.
dead.
Did you
Yes.
accept
I'm
anything
My
as of
camera's
now?
not on the scene.
I mean, I've agreed to go along with what's being asked of me, and what we're being, we're just, and then
I don't think necessarily. Like, do you think you're in a position to accept deals like that for all of us?
it's just figured we're sort of, bit too late now. Probably should have delved into it before we jumped on a ship.
Well,
You can
Well, I
see
was
where
wondering. I was
you
wondering.
can see where I
why-
am. You can see where I am. I can turn this ship around.
I was wondering why you would be here in the first place. To be honest, given
Why I
what
would
we
be here.
talked about,
How
which
do
is
you
like
mean?
interesting. Well, I wanted to have like a talk about that in the first place. Well, I guess that
Well,
is
we
the
can,
void now.
I think we can have a proper discussion after we bed down for the evening. But I figured you may all want to know that it seems they've done the old switcheroo on us in terms of the job and the contract.
Well, I mean, we can do the switcheroo on them and turn the ship around.
mutiny.
What do you want to do, Cirrus? Do you want to join the Senate?
I haven't told.
Sorry, I wasn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell because of my camera.
Yeah. It's fine. Like it's. I think we can go along with this. Payment's good. Castle.
Yeah,
They've also promised to recover my ship.
sounds like a good thing, to be honest.
Yeah.
A
What
lot
do they
of,
want instead of us killing this dragon then?
There is some politics they want me to get involved in. It's no biggie. It's fine.
Oh, you do some politics, we get
I
a castle,
sorry,
and you
yeah,
get
I-
your ship back.
don't understand what the assignment is or what
Yeah.
the idea is here.
Well,
We're getting
I mean,
paid in handsomely
Yes.
for as vague of like a thing. I'm sorry to inform you, but like usually, heavy payment requires heavy tasks. If you
And
get
you've
something for
only just
free,
joined this
there's usually
group.
something connected to it.
You've only just joined this group as well, so what's happened is that's been not involving any of the original group. I'm sorry, but you have no say in this whatsoever. This is mostly the group's say. If we decide we turn this ship around, we turn this ship around,
I see.
regardless.
I don't think we're in a position to turn anything around.
We
I
can't.
think we're kind of roped into this here.
Like, Sirius is like the captain at the moment, so
Sirius is now he's an assistant, whatever. Like he overstepped his bound. Like
yeah, assistant, he is like temporary.
he has no
Send
say
people
whatsoever.
on
The
lunch.
But we also have no say.
the
We
second
can
the
say turn
captain
the
will have a
ship around, but they will. I don't think they will turn the ship
no,
around.
the issue is that we are here on a ship with at least 10 people.
Yeah, how many
that
people are on the
potentially-
ship?
Well,
Not,
at least 10.
and then
We
yeah,
were told
and
it was 10.
then-
Look,
yeah.
I don't think the
And-
people we're with are necessarily the most trustworthy people on Earth. They do seem to know a hell of a lot about us. Some
That's
weird,
also a thing.
secretive ways, but
Yes, they're like an order of like over governing police thingy whatsoever, which is like why they have say with Cassius and the Queen and whatsoever.
mhm.
They quite heavily outnumber us and outarm us, but that does not mean that we're like obliged to like accept any deal they slap onto us. Are you sure that you didn't get more information than what you just told us?
Yeah.
I think once we bed down, I can give you the full
Serious?
Give
overview.
us the information
Serious?
now.
The information is important to the decision making that we have right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it is very important for you to convey that information to us so that we can make an informed decision before it is too late.
Well, fine.
No no mms. You give us the information now.
Yeah, fine. There seems to be some sort of weird conflict going on between two of the city-states down in my dear old Coralia. And for some reason, unbeknownst to me, they seem to think that I am the correct person to step in as the representative of my city-state, and they want me to get involved to stop the conflict. They have some weird underhand motives about wanting some influence down there, but I mean, that's on them. And
So
yeah,
they want to install you to make decisions
they
on
want
their
to
behalf.
install me as a senator to stop conflict. That's as far as I am willing to play along.
Do you know what agenda they will bestow
I have
upon
absolutely
you?
no idea what agenda, but as I say,
Yeah, but how would your presence stop a conflict?
okay, well,
No, there's like I'm
oh no,
not
yeah.
opposed to stopping conflict. I'm just wondering what the idea is.
Yeah, well, okay. So you see,
I think what we should do is get this captain, all of us, and
Yeah,
we should
that
pressure
seems
her,
what it. Yeah,
because whatever she's done, she's gone below and dealt with this without
is she still on deck
any
or not?
other.
She is still on the deck.
Okay, I would walk up towards her and would say like, kindly, if I may have a word.
She nods.
I'm
I've
going
been
with Ardaria.
just
Emma.
informed upon what has transpired in your quarters, the talks that have happened, and I guess thank you for the trust and the offer. But we'd like to be involved in that conversation before a decision has been made. And we frankly don't understand the gravity of the situation or the task that has been bestowed upon us. Also, we don't understand the dishonesty, because if it aligns with like what we're doing in the first place, then why wouldn't we like? We agreed to go on like some Hail Mary trip with you, your standing and your connections, without any information whatsoever. Only now to like and get informed that you lied about that in the first place. Do you understand where like our confusion settles in, where the confusion comes in?
Lying is a heavy word.
If you wouldn't, no, it is the correct
There
word.
is a dragon,
If
though no one has seen it for centuries. On the other hand, there is a conflict going on that might unsettle the balance of the world.
What good is a conflict when literally the things that are hanging over our head is a god to be unchained and then to devour this world? Do you not understand that?
Have you heard of the houses of Zakros?
No,
Have you heard of Zakros?
no.
Zakros is a city-state within the Confederation of the Corellian League. It is governed by a small senate as well as 2 kings. One of the kings has taken over and somehow made sure that the other king complied to whatever request the one king made. They started to, let's just say, trying to unbalance whatever their alliance with Larissa, another city-state, was. Now, the Senate of Larissa, the artificers that are seated on that Senate, are in disarray. One of their brightest and one of their most, let's just say, diplomatic one has fallen ill. Cue Sirius's mother. Without someone who can fill such a position, that Senate will fall. And thus...
Okay, I see. So you need Sirius. Why go through like a cloak and dagger thing and come up with reasons? Like, you could have convinced Sirius to go there just for the airship. You probably agreed. The
Would have
payment
you
of like a
agreed?
castle. Yep, no, that's my point. Why go through like any lengths to like get us in the first place? What do we have to like provide for you and the services that you pay us for?
Are you not part of Sirius's group?
Dyrus isn't the leader of this group.
Sirius, to our knowledge, is, we don't even know if he is on the group. That is like something that we have talked to about.
So there is no hierarchy.
No. We are a collective of people that all hold the same power as of now. And we don't even know if Sirius would have counted himself towards that collective. He joined our bands to gain money in order to like potentially gain back his airship, which is like the tournament, I guess, was the idea. We would have like figured out if our like goals align beyond that, beyond the tournament afterwards, but we got roped down to like your dialogue train, I guess. And given that it was an adventure on an airship towards like a place where like Sirius likes to be, is why he joined us going more or less onto the trip. We ventured here because we are in good standings with Cassius, and he, like, if the way I understood it is, you had some idea or some like plot point for why we should be imperative to help you.
If
And
there
now
are
it
no
turns out we like
dark
here for
dealings going on here, then
yeah.
we aren't going to be a part of this. Because this group was formed on the basis of stopping this great evil.
In that case,
We've-
I'll drop you off at the nearest port. That's the case. The offer still stands to Sirius in that case?
If we're a group with all equal opinions, shouldn't we hold a vote on this?
Yeah, because
No,
I'm
like,
also Yeah.
we're not saying no at this point. We just want to know what you expect of us, so we can actually make an informed decision. You're not being forthcoming with information or with like the task that is upon us. You're being very vague. You have not said what is expected of Sirius once we get there. You have not said what is expected of us once we get there. You're waving a wand of cash and expect us to like follow it. We're not in here necessarily only for the money. We are here for the greater good of like more than that.
World.
Yeah, the world.
Essentially,
I know it
world.
sounds silly, but like we're not necessarily like here to be bought. We have an objective. Your offer is very tempting, but like we don't see fully what your goal is. We don't see what your aim is. We don't like even as much as like what you expect of Sirius once he like takes that seat. We don't know what is expected of him. We don't know what is like.
My goal is to find influence in the Confederation of the Atlantean
And you won't get that
Corellian League.
What
by
end?
just doing this.
And I won't be able to get that without by just doing this. I need Sirius, as well as every single one of you, to ease tension between the two factions that are currently close to going to war. Now, have any one of you been to Atlantia?
No.
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 The city
Never.
itself is submerged and is a central area of learning. There are libraries dating back hundreds of centuries to even before the Netheresians. I can grant you access within those halls if I am certain that there will be influence for the Knights of the Shining Light.
You might even not be able to get that sort of influence just by putting Sirius on a seat.
No, it will take some time. And time is the only thing I ask.
What is your goal?
My goal is to help my order. I am currently far away from my, let's just say, home.
And what
That is a
your
very good
current
way of not
goal?
answering the question that I just asked you.
And what is the current goal of your order?
The current goal of my order is to keep the balance of the world as it is.
To be a centrist.
Whatever that may be.
God's sake, boy. I think Valeria's just been standing next to Sirius
Yeah.
and kind of putting a hand on his shoulder the whole time. She can sense
Torval has a few thoughts on his mind that he wants to share later, but for now, he's letting Artero do the talking.
You do realize, even with this off balance in two little states, there's something bigger at play that only is slightly tipping a balance. And then before your order and yourself will even recognize or even realize that it would be already too late.
Your
So
small
while
cult is of no concern to me as of yet. This talk of a god coming back has been, well, going on for centuries, obviously.
Won't you
As
want to
small
find
cults
That has
Some
been no
things
concern.
like this take hundreds of years to actually get going.
The
Their
small
plans-
cult.
No, go ahead.
The small cult that is no concern of yours is why you were there at the Ravaxon's house in the first place. The small cult that is no concern to you is the cult that currently inhabits a flying airship, or like that is like found that and like occupies that.
Yeah.
The small cult, like,
We do not have information.
do you realize what
on
you're
the
saying?
ship.
The small cult is like reliable or like responsible for like the disappearance of the court mage in the capital city. how small does a cult in your eyes get before it, like how big does it have to get before it comes
The disappearance of
relevant to you?
Calanthus has to do with the cult you speak of.
Oh,
There's
wow.
information that was not relayed to me. There's information
Well-
that is speculation.
Well, it seems
Now,
like you don't have
I'm-
an.
I'm
How
gonna-
would you know that's speculation?
Well, I've had no. There were no words or reports on the disappearance.
Well, maybe
Of
it seems like you
Calanthus.
don't get as much information as you would like to get. Well, anyways, it seems like we are due like a long talk after this.
Now, let me
It
tell
is
you,
noon. Yeah. How about
tell
we?
you all something as well. Say if we do go on this little facade of playing politic games, and we find out that dark dealings are being made between these two kings, or this one king that has had this other king bend his knee to. There could be a possible cult uprising here as well, maybe some dark dealings here. That's probably why this city state is bringing unrest to the Corellian Federation. But we don't know. You don't know.
I have a suggestion here. How about it's noon now? We meet for dinner. I take it as like the common courtesy, anyways, for like the captain to invite the guests. And you talk, and like you get your information straight, you get your goal straight, and you get your like the quests that you have for us straight, and we talk as a group and decide on like what we want to do, or like get our ideals and get our trajectory straight and decide on like how we as a group want to move forward, and then we can make an informed decision rather than like an impromptu decision based upon like a lie.
She looks at you, displeased.
Does she make it obvious that she's displeased?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we don't care. I don't
I
care.
understand that you don't like this arrangement, that you're like used to getting like to get what you want to get.
But you lied. You lied.
You straight up lied to us.
You
we-
betrayed our
yeah.
trust.
We respect you and we like trust you. We literally jumped upon like to help you without asking any questions, only to find out that like that was like full on betrayed. I hope you realize our position here. We didn't tell you like no, we won't do it. We just ask you to be not lied to get all the information that we can have to like actually make a decision, rather than like just to trust you once again.
Even if you were to say all of this up front, we probably would have had more time to agree with this as well. Because even though Cirrus has only been with us for but a few weeks, he's essentially, in my eyes, proven himself to be a valuable asset to not only the group, but potentially the entire world as well.
If you could have given us all the
a
information up front, we probably just went on with it, just as we did. But the issue is that you didn't. So that's why I ask you, gather your thoughts, give us the straight, honest truth, what we're doing, why we're doing it. And then we can make an honest decision on it, and not one based on like one lie. I understand why you did it, because you thought it would be like the quick and easy way, but we are stuck here on the ship for like, how many days? I take it the quick and easy way is not necessarily like useful anymore. Might as well, go the long and proper route about it.
Yeah, in 20 days.
Dinner it is. As she waves you away, then whistles as everyone comes above deck again.
guess we leave her do her thing.
Mm-hmm.
As
I
we
would
will leave
wait.
for a break.
Okay.
Okay. Oh,
Lovely.
Gross.
We will
Damn it,
take 20 minutes.
yeah, we have a lot of talking to do.
So
it's 20
that's
well.
20 before 10.
Mm-hmm.
We will be back with the second half of our episode. Stay tuned, enjoy the music, as we will take our break.
Mm-hmm.
See you then, guys.
Just the same size.
Welcome back as Foing wants his full face instead of the map. I am debating it now. Should we just do it? Should we just have Foing full frame?
just
Like
Yeah,
just Foing. No one
why
else.
even have
just
anything else? Might as well just be like my POV, no?
Welcome
Silly
back, as we
buggers.
have taken a somewhat longish break for what we usually take. However, I have been able to sit down and get everything ready for whatever is to come together, especially after that flaming of the captain.
We're gonna kill her. We're gonna be in a room with her.
It's
Six of
gonna
us,
be.
one of
It's
her.
gonna be part 2.
It's gonna be part 2. Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh god. Anyways, welcome back as where we left it. Everyone, the crew that worked on the upper deck, came back and took their respective positions. Once again, as you collectively stepped away from the captain to gather your thoughts, as well as she could do hers.
We're going to our quarters, I guess. Like sit in our hammocks, you know.
It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
a nice
to like
private place to go. Yeah.
get calmed down, you know. No one can get like. Have you ever seen like a mad person in a hammock? Just no, it's peaceful. You know, you're swinging back and
Impossible.
forth. It's like a
Yeah,
rocking
it's
chair.
nice.
Yeah, it's impossible.
It's really nice, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we head down. Is there a top bunk and below bunk?
Yes.
I'm going one of the top bunk ones.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
going on top. Okay.
Shotgun the top bunk.
So yeah, I guess as we sit down in these hammocks, Daryl mentioned like I suppose we might as well like have a talk about this conundrum we are facing, or like position we're in. Just to be upfront about this, I don't blame you in any way or form about this, Cirrus. I hope you know this is not about you whatsoever.
Oh, don't worry.
You're open to this as much as we have been. My quarrel is entirely with the captain and their dealings about this.
We do take your opinion into consideration, though, because I mean you are part of the group.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is like something that I would have wanted to like mention in the first place. Your initial ideals of like why you joined us was to gain money or to gain means to get your airship back.
Yep.
This is like why we've talked about this, I guess.
Mhm.
That you joined to, join the tournament for the potential prize money. Now that we're done with the tournament, what is your ideals? Now that you know what we are chasing, what we are trying to do, what is your goals, or like what is your means?
I mean, the airship is still high up there, of course. I will never let go of my dear airship. But, my airship has always been a means to an end of its own, as has working with Griffin. I have an interest in the arcane, in the magical, and you guys seem to run into it quite a lot. We're sticking around.
I mean, our like, as I understand it, our goals kind of line up right now, anyways, when it comes to airship, given that there's undead or like there's like some family on there that is heavily connected to what we know is the cult.
Does
Like
it connect to the cult?
Well, not directly, but the captain has mentioned that there is like some families connected to that are
Did I
that are
pass
branded.
any information on though?
Did you?
No.
He passed it on to us. But yeah, there's one person in particular we know that is part of this family, even though she lied to us about that as well, about having nothing to do with them.
Yeah, Margaret, the red-haired lady that that Valeria and Edgar saw
I don't know if you
has
guys are
something.
mixing
Hmm?
something up. I mean, she only mentioned these plane travelers.
That have a tattoo or of like a playing card, a Joker.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that
okay.
she
Yeah.
has that,
I see.
and she has said that. I mean, she might have lied about that, but that would be rather odd.
Guys, do I know if anyone in Valeria's circus had the playing card? Such as my old boss.
He did
Who
have
I-
one.
Very good, very good question, very good shout.
He did have one on his upper right arm.
Wish I would have
Sick.
come up with that.
So there's some connection between the cult that are trying to bring back Amos and these plane travelers then.
They
Well,
could
yes.
be working together or working
It's the same.
separately.
I think it's the same, no?
Yeah.
Given that they're connected to Vakan, and Vakan being directly connected to Ames anyways, right?
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
not the biggest divine person, but I think I'm not mixing that up. So yeah, getting the ship, or getting to the ship and getting rid of whatever is on there and investigating what they've been doing up there would align with our plans. The one thing that I'm very, very worried about is the whole you and the Senate. I take it you're you would be a stabilizing factor just by being there. That's what they said. What's your take on that?
Well, this is very uncomfortable because it's a exact reason I'm away.
Well, you better start getting comfortable because
Yep.
we're going back anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my family sort of the ruling house of one of the city-states. Yeah, my mother has been ill for the past 15 years or so, but
Jesus.
her seat has been.
Ill with what?
She's ill, and she's.
He's ill. Yes.
Well, I might be able to help, is all I'm thinking.
I mean,
I'm sure
if they're the
you
ruling party, I take it they have means of healing in the first place.
Yes, but I am the chosen one, the Messiah of Selene.
It's the Messiah. It's a very good. It might actually be worth the trip. But point being,
Just ice heavily just face pumped that one. Just
Oh, I
putting
know.
it-
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll say that was Helen, not Valeria would never say that.
right. Yeah.
of course,
I could tell by the voice. Yeah.
Valeria's getting a little bit more confident as she goes. The Messiah's going to head.
Oh, yeah, ship.
It's a holy ship now. Yeah. No, yeah, she fell ill 15 or so years ago, and it wasn't much of a life for me, so I sort of left. And I always figured that someone would take up the mantle. As I said, I have an aunt, I have an uncle. I figured somebody would have stepped in, taken the seat.
Well,
It's rather
there's
a
no doubt-
miracle they've made it this far without causing falling into some stability. So I feel
So
little
let
bit
me
of
get this
responsibility.
straight. Cirrus, you left your ill, possibly dying mother to herself.
who gets lightning?
she.
No, come on, no, Kim. That is not fair. She's in the ruling family whatsoever. She has enough means to tend for herself or to
Right,
get
she was
tended
with-
to.
She was
Yeah,
with
that
my,
is not fair.
She was in the care of my aunt,
You don't
It
have to
wasn't-
explain that. It's completely fine.
which I could do.
The one thing I'm actually wondering about though is you're the least likely person to actually be good at this. No offense, right? You're the one you left for
Yep.
exactly those reasons. You're not a dim up. Yeah.
I've ran from expectations and responsibilities my entire life. I completely agree with you.
So there
But,
might be some underlying reason for like them to task you because they think that you might be the most formidable one and like or formidable one, like that they can influence. There's something that we have to like
Oh,
take
absolutely.
in consideration as well.
I'm not going into this blind. It's just you know, if there is a situation, I feel some degree of responsibility here, and if there's a situation I can step into, and I don't know, try and resolve, that would be fine. But I mean, you know, they haven't been honest. How they know so much about us in the first place is terrifying and worrying.
I take it they've been talking to Cassius.
The things
No,
they know
Well,
to know exactly who I am. They have means. That's
I
worrying.
mean, if you're the son of like a ruling party or like a ruling house, it's not that crazy to know. I'd be more surprised if they knew like I don't know where like any of the Rugrats came from, aka like me, Valeria, or like I don't know. Tubble, you got any fancy family?
Well, I don't know. I have no idea what's
that's what I'm saying, right? Like it's not hard to like know like the offspring of like some great house whatsoever.
It should be.
I
difficult
don't
to know
know
that I
my
am.
dad, and my father is, I think, dead. So
No,
but as far as I know,
disagree.
I am not.
We also know about like the kids of like the queen, right? Like or like at least like know of the existence or like know that they're like even though like whatever they do. But like we don't know of like any random person.
My point is I've taken steps to this point to make myself, less than recognizable.
You're flying an airship.
I am.
You're water genasi.
Yep. Plenty of water genasi out there.
Not only that, you managed to.
Are you not really a genasi? Is your name not really Cirrus?
I am a genasi.
Is your name not Cirrus?
Well, my name is Cirrus. I wasn't born Cirrus. It's a general trait of genasi to take on a name that suits the life they live. Flo.
Like
Flo on. Well, he's
fair enough. Well,
he's a sailor.
Once again, like no offense. It's just like you're like a very, very exotic person, at least where we come from, in the ways of like that you conduct yourself, that you are. And to make like things like even more special, you seem to be the only one so far ever that has fallen off an airship. So like,
I shouldn't have fallen off an airship. You're true. That certainly.
No,
yeah.
But
like, connecting the dots there is not that hard. Like, how does like?
Well, I've been away from home. Decade? No, a little less than.
How old are you?
28. Right. I left. I went on to ships, and as I worked my way through airships, normal ships, and then airships, I took on a new name.
Well, I mean, even then, we're like living in a world where like magic exists. I suppose it's not the craziest thought of like to divine or whatever. What happened to the youngest son or like whatever of like this family? Okay. There is definitely means.
Okay. If you're not horrified by the fact there's some secret society keeping tabs on all of us, that's fine.
Oh, you mean like besides the cult that is like, heavily... So far, at least we have to assume that the Kingfish or whatever like are trying to like do good compared to like the cult that we know exists trying to do bad.
The Kingfish is only one group, one order. There could be many orders that coalesce with each other to help with this so-called balance that they talk about.
So,
do we know who the Order of the Kingfisher believe in, like as a god?
Tom.
Okay.
They have an agenda. Doesn't mean they're good.
Certainly.
Well, the next thing is...
Personally, I think that in order to make the world a better place, yes, we have to get rid of the cult, but also we should heal any kind of political rifts or socio-ecological rifts, because that will all help in the long run.
Yeah, naturally doing good is like going to be on our agenda. It's like I'm not opposed to like doing whatever. There's just like some unanswered questions because like,
yeah,
what does it mean for you to take that seat, Cirrus?
Well, it
how
means
long are you gonna be there?
These are wonderful questions, but I
Yeah,
think
because
it's
like,
difficult to know not on the ground, isn't it? How bad the
I
situation
mean, there's a
actually
person
is.
that wants you to take the seat. I suppose they should have the information, because them
I-
giving like the option to like, oh, get your airship back after 50 years of servitude, you know, like there might be like some more, you know, questionable information in that deal. So that's why like I asked her to like, you know, have like a meeting or like we
Not
talk
Right.
only
about
I
this.
think it's good to.
Not only that, time's not on our side. We have potentially a cult to deal with and many offshoots of theirs to deal with while they're bringing back their god or so just to what in this world.
Maybe if we get the government on our side, they might be able to help us with that. Especially if Sirius can control them from the inside.
We are, very inventive people.
Well, the thing is, like, I assumed that like their Lord of the Kingfisher had already like taken upon themselves to like stop the cult in any way from, which is like why I like without any hesitation accepted their or like was inclined to like accept what they were doing, because like we met them trying to protect someone from the cult when they were protecting them as well. So like I assume they were like already in on it. They were talking to
Also-
Cassius. Yeah, like
Even you, Ardera, you mentioned about them not even having all the knowledge in the world because of Palanthus going missing, and we know
Yeah.
that he's been taken in by his student.
I mean,
So-called
we-
student, anyway.
our investigations have led to that. We can't be 100% certain, but yeah, it seems most likely.
Yeah.
It does seem linked to the cult, yeah.
Yeah,
The map
it's
that he
too
had.
many coincidences to like not add up.
And it is interesting they don't know that fact.
Yeah.
He stole
Shows
the
they are not.
staff, tried to do some dark ritual voodoo shit on it with a couple of his lackeys. We killed them. He ran off like a coward. We took the staff, gave it to Saloon. She gave it to Valeria. Now we're here.
Yeah, but like once again, like the cult people that we interrogated, they did not know anything about Palanthus.
Yeah.
So there is a chance where this is not connected, but it's very, very unlikely.
Yeah.
It's just like we shouldn't like take this for granted, because if
No.
you find like conflicting information about that, we should be open to that as well.
Didn't she
It
also
seems most likely,
she
though.
said the cults were like silly little cults, so I don't think she's taking it very seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, but we can influence that. That is like the next thing. They seem to have like they're very well connected. They seem to have like some play in different ways of governments. They have means of getting information. If we can broker a deal in a way where part of us helping them means that they can help us to get more information on the cult, give us another lead, because frankly, or like bluntly, we've run out of leads. Just like where we took a tournament, right? We didn't know anything afterwards. Like without them asking us to go here, without them giving us like another set of leads.
Well, our lead
the map.
was the Ravik sons, but obviously they weren't as helpful as we thought they were.
Yeah, he had like no leads whatsoever. So like we were
His
like
son
back to like
wouldn't
square zero.
talk to us. He left with the Scarlet Butchers, who are clearly somewhat probably of a different party, looking to cause havoc.
I mean, without that, the current position we're in, we've probably tried to like track down Margaret. But I don't know if that's like a likely thing to do.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah, but like that was like our best lead. So like now, if we would get any lead out of this whatsoever, it's probably gonna be worth our time.
Yeah.
So like if we accept their deal, we might as well try and like persuade them to like aid us in getting more information on the cult, because that seems like what they're very good at, getting information.
Yeah.
Or maybe even give us information that they have. Maybe that's like already enough for us to like, you know, go on about our days.
Yeah.
But that obviously depends on like how long they need you to be in the seat to like
Well, this is the thing, though, is that
stabilize.
just agreeing to go along with them doesn't mean that we're locked into going along with them. if we become uncomfortable with it. You know?
Yeah, fair. I mean, yeah. I guess you being in the Senate or whatever probably outweighs whatever they have.
I would think so. And
You can always get there as like an emissary and see what the situation is. You don't have
that's
to
what I
accept the
thought.
seat.
Exactly. We don't know what the full situation is yet. How difficult it is to be.
What about healing your mother?
We can come to that, yeah.
Well, I
How
mean,
locked was your mother
surely-
when it comes to like when she took like the Senate seats? Like, how locked was she to like one place?
How locked was she to one place?
Yeah, like was she able to like travel a lot? Was she able to like do like free time activities or like
Oh,
what
yeah.
does it mean to be on the Senate?
No, I mean, it's just, the Corellia is a very sort of like, loose collection of city-states, hence why it seems that two of them want to start bombing each other. You're on a Senate and you represent your city-state. We're sort of, the lower end of the city-state, so we represent ourselves in the next level up, and that level up represents the next level up. It's influence on influence. It's not a full-time job.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, because
When needed.
No offense, Cirrus, or anything,
Yes.
but you being there might help, but it won't help for long.
Oh no,
You fell off an
I'm
airship.
aware.
Well, yeah, just,
I fell off an airship.
So our priority
Famously.
is to heal your mother, or find a way to heal her.
Well, would your aunt or uncle not want to step in? Why haven't they?
I think it could be worth talking to them, quite frankly. Because they surely should. I'm not sure if it's... Do I know if it has to be directly hereditary? Is that the issue? Are they just being lazy? We'll have a nice talk with them.
It does go from either mother to daughter or father to son or basically any offspring.
Mhm.
It also comes down to if you are an artificer or not.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Well, I could always teach my aunt how to be an artificer. That would take some time. Right.
How much are you to inherit? I mean, you got like an airship for like nothing, no? I was wondering how that came to be.
No, I worked my way up to that airship. That was years of working through trading ships, merchant
Yeah, with a
ships.
small loan of like $1 million, you started
No,
up here.
excuse me. No. I abandoned my family. You think they
Right,
sent
yeah.
money? No. Well, it could be worth perhaps. Yes, Lady Tamari.
All right.
Thank you. She did offer to go directly to my home village, my hometown, rather than to Larissa.
What would that do?
I don't know. We could check in on.
Check in on his family.
Right,
He's thinking.
yeah.
I don't know the situation. I mean,
Yeah,
we
no.
have no information, and
That is why like we should definitely talk to her.
Yeah.
So, are you from Zakros, Cirrus?
no, I'm from Larissa. Or Larissa is my, it's like the second level. The first level is it's a town called Maggio.
Maggio. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The kings of Akros want to overthrow Larissa?
One king of Zakros, it would appear, has managed to get the second one to take the knee to him, and they want to, overpower Larissa and take over.
Somewhat
Exactly.
more like subjugating.
Subjugate, thank you. And subjugate it. Which would naturally completely offset the entire balance in the Federation. That would be pushing Larissa down a level. Rather than at the moment, they're all equal.
Do you think that would result in riots or an uprising, or what would happen?
I think it would see the whole Federation collapse, surely.
Well, and people in chaos are more likely to turn to, forces.
It's true. They could indeed be trying to cause as much disruption as they can.
Yeah, morally, it seems like there's like a very obvious choice for us to make here. What do you think, Trevor?
Think about what's exactly like the what. Oh, is my mic working or?
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was asking like what do I think about like the plan or what's.
Yeah, like overall, you've been
Yo,
like you've
yeah.
been quiet so far.
I have
Like, it's
been.
like
My brain has been working some overtime.
Hmm.
I
Mhm.
think the first step should just be getting what the captain wants us to do, and also trying to cure or like help the mother officers. And
Yeah.
we can also always check the plan after that. I think the most important thing is like the whole deal with what they are offering us at the moment and what we give them.
So, curing my mother is
Well, trying.
a-
I'm not
a-
saying curing, trying.
A low priority of gold for Torville. That's what we've just learned.
yes, but it's also a definite dead end.
Oh, well,
The Kingfishers seem to think otherwise, but it shows that they are, it shows they are quite misinformed.
why? You stop being vague, for fuck's sake.
maybe it's a thing from like their lands, like they like being fake.
It's my life goal is finding a way to fix her, and I haven't
Well,
found it anywhere. I have been
we-
searching. I have searched every corner of the world that I've been to so far. I am looking for anything, any device, any magical thing that could possibly help.
Wow,
Maybe
that,
you
that
have
explains
to
the
tell
lightning
us.
bolt. Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh, maybe the lightning bolt will.
Anything at all that
Yeah,
could
I can
help
try
me.
zapping her.
How about having a little bit of faith?
What does
Yeah.
she
The only
have,
person you
Cyrus?
can have faith in is
I didn't
yourself.
take you for the
Thank
religious kind
Uh,
game.
Oh well, brought up
Yeah.
little
No, I mean,
Christian boy.
my my experiences so far show that generally the only person you can really have faith in is
Is your metal companions.
And my
yeah,
metal
I
companions,
respect
yes.
that, yeah.
Exactly.
Cyrus, what's wrong with her?
Well, there was an accident quite a while ago, and she's brain dead.
She's brain dead.
Yes.
Oh,
Or
well, that changes.
I think
Do
it's
I
worth-
know, Ice, if greater restoration would help with that?
Give me a medicine check.
Mm-hmm. Guidance.
There's no way they haven't tried that out.
yes.
Oh yeah, she's like the ruling queen, whatever. But like, level 2,
You want to
like
let
cleric
Ice
would heal her.
answer it? Going.
As you
No, I'm just messing. Yeah.
focus on whether or not greater restoration would work, you feel a guiding hand leading you to a more powerful form. As you would be needing a regenerate spell in order to be able to fully heal the damage that has been done to someone who is, let's continue calling it brain dead.
What level is that?
7th. I just looked it up. I think
Okay.
it's in my power to do it, Cyrus, but it would be a while. I think it's worth going home and checking in with your family,
Oh,
finding
that
out
is-
what your aunt and uncle have been doing.
Wait,
And
Can you get to
seeing the
7th level
situation.
if you multicast?
Yeah,
Well, yeah. Just have to prioritize.
as long as I
across.
focus on it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
B.
I can also, at a certain point, get in touch with Saloon and ask for help, but that's a real slim chance.
Mm-hmm.
And we could also try and get our hands on like a wish scroll or whatever, or like a lesser wish scroll. They should exist. They probably are just very expensive.
Very rare. Yeah.
Question is not if it's. I mean,
You know, this is exactly why, you know, you wonder why I stick around with Griffin.
fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
Mhm.
He seems to be the person that would know, or like would at least
Certainly
stumble
the
upon
person-
items. Yeah.
Exactly.
hmm
And what I had hoped until now, but alas.
I mean, there's multiple avenues now to go for, especially when it comes to curing your mum. Would Kaim know about the Elven Islands being more in tune with the gods than Dalhevia?
The dominion to the east of Darhavia is more in tune with the old gods, specifically the elven pantheon of Corellon. Second name doesn't come to mind at the moment. But they do worship the old gods more than apparently the new god.
I mean, also in back in Dalhavia, there were a lot of people that believed in the old gods. So we might be able to put some people together and find someone strong enough to do it.
Realistically, like how common would it be for like a that strong cleric to like be around? Like, I like it's very hard to like gauge that, right? But like, how common or like what's the understanding of like that level like of raw power in the world? Like, what 7th level is like level 14? Well, like how common is that to our understanding?
Within Darhavia, not that common.
Would
Cleric
I
wise,
know?
is it like even possible cleric wise due to like how little clerics exist due to like
With the little
gods?
clerics that exist, the chances of someone on the material plane being able to do it are slim.
Would I know?
Also, I have a tuning fork. So when they were talking about crossing realms, that's something we could theoretically do.
You have a what?
Tuning fork.
Orc.
Pull it out.
Huh?
No one hit it. No one hit it.
You how what?
Wait, what does it do?
It lets you cross realms, like what my old boss used to do.
Where did you get it?
In the cave, I think. I can't remember. Maybe in the big house with everybody.
I don't think the cave was like in
Interesting.
the beginning. The cave, you mean?
The tuning fork you found in one of the offices in the Arcanum.
There you go.
Oh,
Because in the cave we got like the egg and
No, it wasn't there.
yeah. Wait, did you identify it? Is it magical?
I cast detect magic on it.
it's just a normal tuning fork.
It's a tuning fork that brings you to the elemental plane of fire.
Oh.
Let's
Elemental
use that.
plane.
Oh,
Serious.
Yes.
What if I told you
Oh.
I
Hey,
knew
guess what?
someone
I know all the
that
magic
could
on this shit now.
possibly kill your mother?
What?
What
That'd be
if
his
I
mum.
told you?
Okay.
You're laughing now.
But when your mother heals, you will be happy.
What? How? Where?
Well, my
When?
mother has
Why?
been a cleric of the old gods for ages.
Interesting.
She's studied them.
Hmm.
She's helped people in the past and in the present and possibly in the future as well by healing them, especially when the old gods were ostracized.
It's always worth trying, but
So would there be a point in us just to turn around, take like an extra day or two, take your mother and then be there and like heal your mother?
Well, I mean, there's that, but what if she is busy?
Yeah, what if she's busy or dead?
Yeah.
She's busy, yeah, with
She's just like,
She's-
That's why
got
She will be
shopping.
there every time we return to your home.
It's worth
It's
talking.
quite weak.
It's worth talking to her. Then
Yeah.
Wait,
I mean,
wait,
you-
I don't think we can turn this airship around.
I mean, we can
think-
mention it to
No.
like we can mention it to
mention
the
it,
captain.
yeah.
If this is like an idea that would work for them, then it clearly would work for us because it would get Sirius's mom back.
Can
We'll
she
see what-
teleport at all, or is there anywhere she can get her?
not that I know of anyway. I know for certain that she's healed people in the past with ailments such as what Sirius has said.
Huh?
And other illnesses, so it's worth a shot.
And then what?
Well,
do
it
you,
will
do you want-
depend on like the captain, I guess.
Yeah. Do you still
You
want
need
to
to
do the
talk to her.
dragon or not?
No.
Okay.
It's a dragon that hasn't been around for like 100 years,
Stable,
whatever. Like
yeah.
hasn't seen is like,
Yeah, centuries, I
I
think,
agree.
also.
and then like he didn't even understand in the first place what the idea with the dragon would have been. It just seemed like something that would give us a new directive, or like would give us like a new sort of
Something
like ideas.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they tricked us.
They did.
Well,
We'll see what she will say at the dinner, I guess. We can present her
Yes.
with like the option of like healing the mom. But
Yeah.
I suppose there might be a point where like she will have less ways of influencing the mother than Sirius in her idea, like her mind. So she might like refuse that offer or like that idea.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she might have her own reason for wanting to get Sirius to Larissa. She might not be telling the truth.
yeah.
Also true.
Yes, but that's the point, like that we're like trying to find out in the dinner. Like if there's another point why Sirius, then we should want to know about this.
Yeah.
We're not here to be puppeteered willingly. If they want us to do something, they should tell us the truth about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're inclined to help them, which is why we're here in the first place. But
They
not
lied
by
to
like
us.
being lied to us, yeah.
So we're all going to keep our eyes on her during the dinner, and we're going to read her body language like a book. We're going to figure it out. That's
If
what
she
we're gonna do.
twitches, we throw her overboard.
Eyelid twitches,
Mhm.
we know she's lying. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Mutiny.
Sirius, what do you want to do? Would you rather not join the Senate?
I mean, I'll do what's required of me. I mean, as I
I'll do
say,
anything for the airship.
exactly.
Like,
Airship, but also, you know, as I say, I feel responsibility to the situation I've created. So
I mean,
I
as
need to do
somebody
anything.
without a family, I can't imagine leaving my mum.
no, it was. I needed to.
Well, I think now I know why you left your mother, which was.
Like you
to
feel
an
silly about
attempt-
lashing out onto him.
No, not really. Like you said, this could have been avoided.
Mhm.
oh, how much time is left for dinner?
You have a clock.
It,
Gus is
oh,
keen
it is, yes.
It's just past. It's just past noon.
Well,
Yeah, okay,
we
we
have
still
to
have
We've been
Well-
talking for like hours though.
yeah. Also, the thing is, the clock and the date is wrong. Like
Yeah.
Mm,
the tournament was on the 28th, right?
mhm.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is-
We spent 3 days after that in the city.
I. That.
Mhm.
Also,
Oh,
just good to ask like out loud because otherwise people can't see it at home.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
oh no, the
I mean,
girl-
we now that we've like cleared that, we like seem to be like on one trajectory again.
Mhm.
We can go back to our posts and
Yeah, the paladin is.
while you're there, how about all of us try to like find out if the person that they're working under
Mhm.
is directly working for the Order of the Kingfisher,
Mhm.
or if they're just hired to
Yeah.
work that ship. Would be
Mhm.
very interesting to know.
Oh
like,
yeah, like a hired skill.
yeah.
And
if
maybe
they're,
we
like-
get some information about the cults, and we say, you know, Sirius will only go home to the Senate if you tell us everything you know about
I
the cult.
don't
And then we hold a rapier
know
up
if
to them.
they would know about the cult.
We don't mention the cult to people on the ship other than the captain.
We have
Then
tried
everything
to get it like even with talking of Cassius. I think we have tried to keep it in like a close circle.
All I'm saying is that we have leverage at the moment, so that's something we can.
Yeah,
use.
but
But we shouldn't
For
exert that
information.
leverage over
we
people
shouldn't
that.
talk to
No,
everyone
I'm
about.
saying to
the
the
cult.
captain at dinner.
Yeah.
The captain is. She knows.
Yeah,
But I
she
also
knows
don't
things.
think
knows
that
about the
violence.
cult.
She should
So
tell us those things in exchange
Yeah.
for a thing that we have.
Yeah, but I
Mhm.
also don't think that
Me.
violence or the threat of violence is a good trajectory here, and I don't think we should threaten her
let's
in the
try to
slightest.
keep the peace. Like
It's
we are
metaphorical
still on their ship. So.
Even metaphorical violence, I think we should like. We have already exerted like quite heavy pressure onto her to get that dinner in the first
Mhm.
place. I think we played a very, very strong position, but in the end, they're probably still in the position of power, and we shouldn't like push it too hard.
Okay, we'll see.
Mhm.
Valerian,
I go.
as
yeah.
you casted the detect magic spell,
Yeah.
you are being blinded by the magic that is emanating from the lever stone.
Well, we're
Mm.
not on deck; we're under deck, right?
You can still.
Well, it's
Yeah, we are at, like-
concentration,
It's
so I
concentration,
immediately-
so
I'll
as
just
soon
drop
as you...
concentration. Yeah.
Also, you see people in your party lighting up with magical items, if they have any on them.
If I
And
have
tell me
to
about what
recall.
every single thing of every other person does.
I
I
got
don't know.
Well, you
if
don't
we-
identify it; you only detect it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wait, do I innately glow?
Oh, identify was what I meant to do. Oh well.
Ah,
But yeah. So, but you told
I
me
know
the
what
tuning
you
fork
wanted
is,
to
so it's
do.
Fine. Yeah.
whoopsie whoopsie.
That's the new.
But like,
spell I got.
identify is only on one item, no?
Yeah, so I only wanted to do it on the tuning fork.
Okay.
So
Hmm.
retcon.
Plus, it's
fine.
a ritual, so you can do it within 10 minutes. If you take 10
Mm.
minutes, you can do it without expending a spell slot.
Okay, cool. I was doing that while everyone was bickering.
Mhm. Is there any way I can do like an Arcana check on the fork to know what I know of it? What I've read about them?
I've told everyone
Um,
it's to the fire plane, by the way.
Yeah.
You being from a high standing artificer family,
Mhm.
as well as being born in a society that has mainly been around magic and replicating magical abilities. You know what the tuning fork does and is
Mhm.
for. You've heard of several casters wizards within the Confederation traveling back and forth from certain planes without having to find a rift.
Do I know of a way to adapt the tuning fork or change which
No.
plane it breaks into? No. Okay.
Once a tuning fork is attuned to a certain plane, it will stay that way.
Okay. Okay.
What do we know about the plane of fire?
It's hot.
Very
Other
hot.
than-
Yes, hot.
Is it like? Is it just fire?
As someone that plane traveled a lot with the Sakis, what do I know about the plane of fire?
This would be a straight intelligence check.
Okay, guidance. Hmm.
You think back about the traveling that you've done between planes. Even though you have heard of the plane of elemental fire, you've never visited it.
Okay.
You have visited the plane of Ravenloft before.
Mhm.
And someone once told you that you have traversed the Feywild, though you have no recollection of that.
I tell everyone all of those things. What was Ravenloft like?
The ravens.
Dreary. As if
Mhm.
every piece of happiness has been sucked out of the world.
Like by Dementors.
Yes.
Yeah, like that.
Like the
Mhm.
mentor.
I've played a Curse of Strahd campaign, so yeah,
Okay.
I know.
For those who do not know, you do know that within the plane of Ravenloft, there are separate domains ruled by an overlord, as each domain is separated from another by walls of mist. Trying to travel through those walls of mist without having either a domain lord's permission or the innate ability like the Vistana, or the Vistani, you will either perish or find yourself in a different complication.
Well, shit.
I
Shall we
suppose.
get back to work?
Yeah, I suppose we get back to work.
Yeah. And just wait until dinner.
Oh, it's evening already.
Oh, yeah.
I just skipped the time, but
Yeah, fair.
you can RP. Let's skip it
Okay.
a bit back in that case. You can RP the rest if you want to.
I think
So-
we were just all going to go back out and
Yeah.
shadow our people
Mm.
again and just try and learn some skills from them.
Okay.
Just work until dinner. Yes.
You can all note down a day of learning the proficiency of vehicles air.
I don't know what you noted down. I'm just
Me
gonna like,
either.
yeah,
Ooh.
just someone will do
Well-
it. So like, you know,
If you have your front sheet, you have 3 boxes that each says resource.
Yep.
Make
Wait,
resource
where?
on the front of your
Um,
character sheet.
I see.
Yeah.
And the attributes.
Yeah, resource 3 will be your skill, your training skills or days.
And just take like the short
Oh,
rest
here.
one, I guess.
Well, sorry. So air vehicles is 3, and then what do we do?
Then you write down the resource name will be vehicles air,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's one of, I believe we said 10, because you are being trained. It will be 10.
1 of 10. Got
Yes.
you. Okay.
Ten.
And then what are the short rests and long rests for?
That will actually reset the short and long rests.
Oh, weird. Okay, cool. Okay.
I believe,
Wait.
because I am now uncertain.
It's fine.
Oh,
We know
those-
we did it.
those
see
will
that.
reset
Yeah.
when, like, they are resources, so you can connect certain abilities to them. And if you click on short rest or long rest, when you take a short rest or you take a long rest, it resets those abilities or those
you.
resources
Oh.
to the total.
Okay.
Okay. We were also going to try and find out like the hierarchy of the Order of the Kingfisher, but I don't know if that's possible to do while we were shadowing them. It was
No,
just a
I
little,
think we
like-
just wanted to like know if they work for them or if they're just like
They
hired
all
folk.
seem to be part of the Order of the Kingfisher.
Okay.
Oh.
From what you
Cool.
gathered, they all seem to be.
We'll skip to the dinner.
Ready.
then.
Skip to dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just going to
Okay.
like our quarters first, I guess. Like
Mhm.
freshen up. Yeah, I'm casting like prestidigitation
Hmm.
on my clothes and shit to like make them clean again.
As evening falls, paused. The stars start to appear within the night sky. As one by one you make your way back up to the deck. In order to...
Before I would leave,
Mhm.
I would like to cast enhanceability
Mhm.
and extending that via my meta magic to 2 hours. And I will cast away where I get advantage on any charisma checks.
Okay.
Ooh.
So just
As you step onto the deck, the stars start to appear within the night sky. As in a full moon with a blue glow shines saloon. Behind the blue moon you can see a ever so waning crescent. Just a slight sliver of red as Shah accompanies her sister. You make your way to the double ornate doors and softly knock on them. Enter. Can be heard from within.
Real winter. Yes.
As you step inside, you are met by a somewhat large dining table that wasn't there before, Cirrus. Though on the sides of this room, you can see maps hung across the wall, one of which depicts Coralia, others depict Dahevia, Dungbu, Isilor, the Netheresian wastes, as well as a small island just south of the Netheresian wastes. Cirrus, you pick up, and that you get a closer look at it, the name of the island is Tamaron,
Okay.
and the only location or settlement is called Tamaron.
Okay.
As
I
you look around,
recognize the name.
you do not recognize the name.
Okay.
As you look around, the table nicely decorated, Lady Ariana Tamare sits in her still ornate armor as she stands behind one of the seats of on the heads. Please, make yourself at home. As she sits down,
thank you for having us.
well, after this display on the deck, I reckoned it would only be fair if we... Well, starting anew wouldn't be a fair way to do it, but coming clean would be a better way to call it.
We appreciate that.
First, some proper introductions are necessary, I feel. My name is Lady High Warden Ariana Tamare. My home is Galatamaron, a stronghold settlement on the island of Tamaron. It was granted upon me when I gained my rank within the Order of the Kingfisher, as I saw the previous owner of Galatamaron die in political conflict. It was then that I and my fellow High Wardens had agreed not to intervene with any international politics unless requested by any for both parties. That leads us to my goal for you being here on this ship. I have no legal way to intervene in the uprising of Zakros. And the only lead we had on someone who might be able to stop such turmoil was your friend Cyrus. The ruse of using a dragon was below the belt. Even though we do know about your love and knowledge about it, Madero. I fully take the blame for that idea. Captain Cassius had no way of knowing what my intentions were, neither did my crew. For all they know, you joined us to help us out of your own free will, with having all the information. Now that you're here, and me not being allowed to intervene in this affair, I ask of you to try and ease the tension for us. I will try everything to my ability to help that, in the hopes we get a positive outcome. We know that the city of Atlantia doesn't want to intervene themselves. Which makes things more difficult.
A direct question.
Yes.
If we were to know a person to potentially be able to heal Sirius's mom back in the capital, would that be a preferable outcome over Sirius taking a seat?
It would be a preferable outcome long term. But the situation grows dire. If I had known of such a person before I had known about your group, I would have considered that option prior to asking you.
At this point, it's like a 2-day detour, and it would give us the opportunity to do the short-term stuff and the long-term stuff at the same point.
Yeah.
Of the cost of 2 days, how dire are we speaking about? Is the 2 days going to be like important?
2 days wouldn't be too meager, but are you certain that the person you talk about can provide what is needed?
Into Kaim.
It's worth a shot at least. We are talking about my mother. She's a cleric that for most of her life she has given service to the old gods. So she knows her stuff. So it's worth a shot. I've seen her work divine magics as well, healing the sick and less fortunate in the capital.
Can I read her body language? Does she seem disappointed that we have a workaround, or does she seem relieved?
Make an insight check.
Yep. Nice.
She seems
done.
hard to read. Her armor also covers most of her body language, as
yeah.
it's decorated in such a way that the pauldrons cover all of the shoulders, so you can't see if she's like tense or relieved or.
Okay. Valeria's just sat forward, like very intently staring.
Yeah.
As you do that, she starts to stare back.
And sit back and look down. Because I'm weak. I'm a weak little girl. Carry on.
It would be a hunch and a shot, as you call it. So I am willing to try it. Yet I do not know if your mother will recover, Cirrus.
Mm-hmm.
This is magic that goes beyond me and anyone I have seen. Now, if your mum can pull this off, Cirrus's mother still needs days, maybe weeks to recover from, well, being in a unconscious state for such a long time.
Naturally. It's like what I said, it would be short term and long term at the same time.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
it's been years anyway, so what's a few more weeks?
We have decided to help Cirrus anyway, regardless.
I am more of the thought of what will happen when we heal Cirrus's mother and leave it at that. Will you still take position in the Senate until your mother fully recovers and can take up her position? If she recovers.
Mm-hmm. There's no other way, but I still don't understand why you care or what you want from this.
We want influence and access.
Why?
Because our knowledge is not unlimited. Our knowledge, from what I understand, is very limited now. Having a ally that is also tied to Atlantia and their prowess, as well as their advanced knowledge on magic, can give the Knights of the Shining Light, the overarching Knights I belong to, the means to keep the balance and the peace within the Kriya. Essentially fighting those coming from different planes of existence. That means it's harm.
Mm-hmm.
there would be a way of like contacting Time's Mom faster, depending on your deck mage and the power of your deck mage. Time knows his mother's name, naturally. Usually that
No way.
person that has access to the sending spell would be able to contact her quickly. If your deck mage is of the right level or like of the position to do so, and if they can learn that spell by tomorrow morning, that could alter our decision making in that sense, because we'll be able to like talk to her maybe once or twice, if possible twice or 3 times even, and then we can make a decision upon like if turning around is best or staying on course is best. As far as we're concerned, it seems like it would be best to have the position of the Senate, whatever, filled again as soon as possible by someone that isn't Sirius, so that Sirius can go back to like what he's been doing, no matter if he can heal the mother for now or not, because his goal is to heal the mother. Being stuck in the Senate is not something that he seems to want, I take it.
Mm-mm.
So having any way or form to ensure that outcome, it would be best for us to try and take it. You know your crew better than we. Is your deck mage, Dagus, able to do so?
Dagus, his
Anybody?
magic is limited to the nature around him. He
Some trees.
is not able to use magic in the arcane sense that we, or not me, but you understand it.
I don't have access to that way of casting spells either.
Do we have any sort of item that we can send? Like a letter, perhaps?
I mean, delivering a letter, we're already on an airship. It's probably
Yeah.
the quickest way back.
It's just like it's your decision at this point. You have more information than we have, and you have the means to make the decision. We've given you an opportunity. It's a 2-day detour, or like not even. We've traveled like half a day at this point, right?
As she holds up her hand, she takes out one of the bells on the table. As she rings it, one of the deckhands stumbles in. Tell Daggers to send the Raven.
Yeah.
As
Like we
you-
left this morning, so not good. I don't know how long it's gonna take for the Raven to get there, but since we left this morning, shouldn't be that
Mm.
long.
Do you want me to write a letter?
Yes, please. That would be preferable.
Thank you.
Raven just arrives. It's like, what the fuck to do with that now?
Let me look at the spell Animal Messenger real quick.
Real quick.
Oof.
What did you oof?
It probably won't work the way we wanted it to.
Oh. I have communicate with animals. I could persuade a random pigeon to do it.
As if there's a pigeon. We
Pigeon
might
is
get
high
a
up.
thief.
Ooh.
Okay. You need to tell me the message in that case.
Okay.
Because you're going to tell it to the Raven in order to be able to send it.
Okay.
How many words we got?
25.
Okay.
Dear Mother, we request urgent assistance with your divine healing to help a friend's mother out. Best wishes, Kime.
And the Daryl?
And
You
Valeria. And
You-
others.
She said, "You poopy."
You pooping?
As you send the message, you see the Raven nod as it flies off back to the direction you came from.
Not to be party pooper here.
You poopy.
Does the Raven return with a message, or like
You don't know, Foying. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
the person casting it must know? No.
Oh,
Well,
you didn't make it
maybe
clear you were
she-
asking, not as.
Oh.
You have to do a deep voice as Ardero.
Oh, okay. Not to be like the spoil of this fun of talking to animals, but Does the raven return to us? Do we get an answer? Or do we just ask the mother for help and then the mother's like, yeah, sure, but we won't know the answer.
Depends if the mother answers, right?
Doesn't have a returning function, if that's what you're asking.
So we're sending an SOS without the
In theory,
opportunity
yes.
for like answer.
Yes, indeed.
So what does that help us?
I
Well,
reckon
I mean,
it
we're
is-
going ahead with this plan of going back anyway. So she gets.
Okay, so we're going back. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
so-
what I wanted to say. Like, because like if we send like a messenger and like then we don't travel back, there's no point in sending a messenger.
I could communicate animals with another raven and say, follow that raven, and then at the other side get a message back, and then come back and tell us the message. Is
It
that
seems like
good
a very
idea?
elaborate plan.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, you're right.
There's no way of
Nice.
failing.
Yeah, fair.
As you sit dining, the lady, she suddenly says, hold on tight. As she grips the chair that she's sitting on. As you feel the ship almost completely turning over, as it makes a sharp U-turn
Oh no, my creme brulee!
Oh no!
The ship
My souffle.
around.
a croissant.
Mhm.
I am soft my croissant.
Is the food that we are eating here that fancy?
No.
Sad.
What is the
Just a
food?
ca-
Ice?
it-
Describe all of the courses that we made.
Porridge.
It's a can of beans.
You
That's all
start
we get.
off with a somewhat stale lentil soup,
Mm.
Delicious.
followed by a really fucking dry chicken,
Fuck's
Ooh.
sake.
ending with a quite dreary plate of an assortment of cheeses as well as fruits. But they
Gotcha.
all look like far overripe.
You can see where like
Yeah.
Ice's inspiration comes from. I had lentil soup on Sunday and I mentioned that. And Helen was just now during the pause eating a very dry chicken.
It wasn't dry. Fuck you.
The worst thing is cheese and fruit came to my head because I have grapes in the fridge and I wanted to have them.
Yeah, you probably
Fair
thought about ice cream, but was like, I can't say that on the
Yeah.
action.
And they're not
How do you
ice
know?
cream.
You're very easy to read. You're very
I
easy
look
to-
over at Ardero because I know he did that like cooking experience for a little bit, and I just give him a look like. you
Oh yeah,
could
yeah, I
do
can
better
like do
than
like
this.
prestidigitation to like make the food taste good.
Yeah.
Well, I meant like you could be the cook, but yeah, sure.
Yeah,
also-
I think I can also make the chicken more moist again.
Oh shit! Yeah, moisten up that fucking chicken, fam. Do it.
I'm good. I'm
we
good
just
with
got-
getting the birds wet, you know.
Hey yo!
We just got a mother bird. We got a mother bird, the chicken out, and then prestidigitation it.
That was good. Boy, I'm not gonna lie to you, that was good. Anyway, so we're holding on. We're turning around. Cool.
May I ask a question of like, how do you've gathered as much information about us?
Do you remember Clever?
Levin.
Oh,
Clever.
Clever?
Yeah. I
Clever.
know.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
He tends to drink a little bit more than he can bear.
I'll
Doesn't
tell
seem
him
that
that.
clever after all.
He becomes
Aha.
real talkative.
I will tell Clever that.
Yeah, you skin the cat.
Do more
Well,
than
when you're at
skin.
it, try and do catcher too.
Oh no. Those two have their habits.
They certainly do.
Well, actually, because they've helped you and they're part of my family, they can continue to help you.
You have yourself a deal. As she
They're very-
stretches out her arm to you.
Okay. Do a handshake.
One more thing.
So you don't need to get them drunk.
Good to know.
One more thing. given that you seem to be good at getting information, and that you have vast knowledge about like a lot of things, and you strive to seek so, would you be able to aid us, I guess, in our pursuit to try and stop that cult with information and knowledge, if you come across it?
To begin with, good is not a thing you are, it's a thing you do.
What?
And
Oh.
Deep as fuck, man. Yeah.
seeming that I have lied to you, withheld information from you, I think it would only be fair if I were to aid you in the ways I can. That be
Technically,
information.
we're all working for the same goals here as well.
Then let us be a new way of partnership, as she raises a cup.
It's very much appreciated.
I-
Raising a cup as well.
Yep.
Water.
It's a bottle of
That's bad
water.
luck. Okay.
What? No.
We say bottle of water, by the way.
I haven't heard a client say
Bottle
it.
of water.
Water.
There you go.
Nice, nice.
Well, let us be
Intense end to the dinner. Okay.
let us raise.
Yeah.
Toast.
Cheers.
And the entire table. Mm-hmm.
hmm She really
Well,
likes
since that
the
is
offer.
resolved, and even though I despise the food on the ship,
Mm.
Even after I did like my magic-y thingy with it.
oh no, that actually made it bearable.
You know, he could help in the kitchen as well. He's really good at things like that.
I'm deck mage, I'm not kitchen.
Yeah.
You are
Well,
now the
that's
assigned cook.
magic.
Mm.
If we get kitchen, like if we get cooking proficiency out of it as well, 2 in 1,
Yeah.
might as well.
I mean,
Increase my cooking skill.
Well, it seems that we are back on our way. And with that, I will take my leave and take back my station, relieve Flo so he can have his dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
If you would
thank
please
for-
excuse me, feel free to use my cabin as you feel.
Yeah, she's
okay.
Party.
from her own.
Very generous of you.
Mm.
Have a good night.
I go to the
Thank you for
corner.
talking with us.
Don't piss in the corner, Kime. Don't do it.
I take shit in the corner.
No, Kime, no.
Are you
actually?
No, no.
Oh, please
Bad
show.
boy. Down.
He
Stop.
can't go in the corner anyways, because like Edgar's standing there looking into the corner.
Edgar's been Blair Witching this whole like
He's
4 hours.
T-posing.
Yeah, literally.
Full T-posing.
No.
Well, that was certainly
Interesting.
interesting and fruitful of a conversation. Thank God we went through that.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yes, good idea, Ardero. Good negotiating.
Thanks.
Well done.
I'd do anything to spend 10 days with Cam's mum on the airship.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Oh my
Deal with-
dare.
Yeah.
I was waiting for a kind mom
Mhm,
comments. I was waiting for it.
Next
Ayo, can
episode.
Kime's mum lay hands on me? You know what I'm saying?
Next episode. Ardera gets thrown overboard.
Why wait till next episode? Why don't you?
I have means to get back on.
Can we investigate her chambers, please?
Oh god.
That's a good one.
Yes.
Jesus
What
If
are
you know what I'm
looking
saying.
for?
Okay, first of all, I'd like to simply do a perception check and just, she said, use the cabin as you please. I would like to
Okay.
perceptively look around.
Make a perception check, please.
What is your
Okay.
investigation like level? I don't.
You're the best at that. We're aiding
Yeah.
you, Tubble.
+1, but I have I can do guidance, obviously.
Yeah,
do you want to
Tobble's got
help
this.
me, Torval? Do you want to assist me then?
Yes, I will assist you in.
I'm just going to have a quick look around. Torval, do you want to tell me what to look for?
Boom.
Boom, baba booey.
Terrible. Real bad.
Terrible, yeah. 14's not
bad.
too
As you
bad.
look around, the desk is still there. It is filled with some of the ledgers
By the way, oh,
that detail income and outcome of her estate,
Hmm.
as well as the amount of men she has under her, like the amount of knights
Ew.
she has under her.
Oh,
Okay. Hmm.
should I also
queen,
roll,
we
by the way,
stand.
since I'm helping her, or
No, it's with advantage.
okay, thanks.
Sorry.
You notice
No, it's okay.
the maps on the walls are of continents that you're familiar with, except for, or at least have seen before, except for Coralia, as well as the small island of Terramon.
Oh man.
Leave it on the coin.
As you look closer at Coralia, you get a better understanding of it.
I just see a black screen, like it's black.
You do not own a token with any vision
Yeah,
of the scene.
like interesting. Corella looks so.
I'm sorry, I
Valerian
made this map
cast
today.
slide. That's fine.
I accidentally.
Oh,
did that.
that is better.
Hey, oh, here be
I
dragons.
damn.
Here be dragons.
It's pretty cool.
Serene. This looks beautiful.
There's Larissa.
And
Seat of the
there's Seth
gods.
Ross.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanti.
So, what way from like this map would like Darhavia and stuff be?
B.
Darhavia, where should like you have like
So
Corellia, like what
Darhavia would
way
be like that way,
to the? Oh, okay, it's like north, west,
northeast.
north. Oh, sorry, northeast. Yeah, sorry, northeast.
Gorgeous.
Okay.
Okay. So, Will, do you want to do a investigation check around the room?
Yeah, I will.
A cast guide.
So with advantage or?
No, it's
I
That
plus
is with a
1d4.
D4.
1d4. Someone else can assist you if they want. If
Does
they
it
did.
work like that?
Torval already assisted you, so he wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to roll.
All right, fine.
Oh, yes.
Take 1d4 then.
I will just.
Torval wouldn't be able to roll because he
Oh,
already
well.
assisted you.
Yeah, but this is investigation. Or
This
perception.
is
Yeah, you
different.
also rolled investigation.
Yes, you did actually.
Fair enough. You got me there.
Valeria, do you have like one more casting of like your tech magic stuff?
Or I can identify
I think no, identify is like
one.
you just
thing.
look at one object. We just want to know if there's any magic in the room.
I can
Sure
also
thing.
do detect magic.
It's too late. I've done it.
Okay.
As you cast Detect Magic, Torval's cloak starts to glow.
It.
Mhm.
As you look around the room, you notice some of the jewelry on one of the cabinets starts to glow,
Mhm.
as well as Kaim's right arm.
Is that new? Did I notice that on the deck?
That is new.
Did you know your right arm is it's sort of glowing?
I click my fingers and my sword appears.
As
Does that change
you
it?
see, his right arm starts to glow in a certain spot in his hand, as his arm starts to like become normal again. A sword suddenly appears as it glows magically.
Is it like the sword like that was originally in his house that
No.
disappeared?
As
Or
you look at the sword, its blade is dark, filled with fiery veins. The blade itself looks almost crooked. As you wave it around, could you give me a wisdom save, please?
I did not do this.
What's
Wisdom
going
save.
on?
Mm-hmm. You wave it around a bit, and then dismiss it. Though it seems
Is it-
off that it is the sword from the house.
Intriguing.
I take it my pouch is also glowing. Or like my bag.
Yeah, the bag of holding is glowing.
Nice.
I also point at the jewelry that glowed and say,
That's magic as well. Do
Just
you
out
want
of
me to
curiosity.
identify it?
Yeah, that would be grand.
Quick,
Right.
let's loot it.
I
don't know if we
cast.
should.
I just
Depends
cast
what it is.
identify on it. Yeah.
Identify? Okay, are you going to take 10 minutes or are you going to spend the spell slot?
I'll spend a spell slot.
Okay. When you look around, there's a necklace that glows and 2 rings. Which item are you going to identify?
Oh,
What do you think, everybody? Necklace.
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 It is a necklace of shield faith.
Oh,
trash.
so what?
Trash. I can do that
Oh,
for free. Okay.
well
fine.
then.
Serious, can you also identify stuff?
I don't have it on.
That's okay, it's okay. Well, we were told we can be here anytime, right? And we
Yeah, that's
spend
true.
more time.
We can also
Yeah.
just ask her what they do, probably.
Yeah. Like sometimes it's just like better to have information without the other person knowing that you have the information. That way, you have some sort of
Leverage.
leverage or like leg up upon them. Yeah. I don't think it will be like useful information to know about our magic items, but might as well know given it's magic items.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like we just booked a very, very inexpensive round tour.
Yeah,
Of
little
the area.
cruise.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Back to Nairobi we
Um,
go.
Would we know who has been like instructed to rebuild the castle?
I think like the kingdom, all right? Like
Yeah,
it's
like-
queen. It's the queen's property. So
Nice.
I
Would
guess
you like have like any idea? Who would that be?
Who
Probably
would repair
some-
your castle?
Yeah, like if we were
Our
to talk to
castle.
them. Yeah, Euro is like in
Yeah, plural.
yes.
okay.
plural,
Okay.
Yeah.
It will probably be a carpenter that is aligned to the royal house. At least a stonemason and a carpenter who does that. But you have no clue who they are. You have no names for them.
They probably need an assortment of helpers and guards as well.
Yeah. I'm just wondering. Like I'm mentioning it to the group as well, I guess. I'd suggest once we go back to the capital, Chaim will probably talk to his mother, together with Valeria, I take it. That gives us a time window to like actually do something else as a group. There's a point to be made to try and contact the person carpeting the castle, now that it's paid for, to request some things and changes. Or like some things that we would like to have. Doesn't cost if we asked, but would be heavily beneficial if we had a way of parking an airship with
That is
Sirius's
also because
dimensions.
if
Like
I
a
look at the
helipad.
map real quick, if they couldn't make something that we can park the airship, what would the closest place be actually? Park it.
It'll be the capital itself.
The capital. or,
Yeah,
like, a
because they
field.
have like the or field, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it might be best to like say that
Yeah.
we'd like to have like a way of like landing it there or like parking it there, and
Plus, what would we do with the horse and the cart? Would we?
that doesn't matter at this point.
That can either stay at the house or
That will be there anyways. Also, I think it might be best to instruct them not to meddle with the consecrated room,
Yes.
and also not to meddle with the library that is there. We want those books that are in there to stay in there.
Yeah.
So it would be best for us to like actually,
the
to-
desecrated room. They can
yeah, of course, of
desecrate the
course.
shit out of that.
Of course, it's just like it's very imperative, I think, to like talk to the person doing it. Otherwise, we end up with like a castle that we don't
Yeah.
like, or with the castle is like not fully
Well,
useful.
I
to
know
us.
how many days we have if we were back because we could also just pay a visit to the castle and then look around and see what we want and what we don't want. Because I don't have an image in my head anymore
We
of
will
how it
not
looks.
have enough time for that.
No, okay, then
I'd
it's
say
just
most it would probably mostly be a day, if
Yeah.
not. a
okay.
day
Then
and
I
a
will
half.
A
just
few hours, yeah. As I, like, I think we just try
rewatch.
to like contact the carpenter.
Yeah,
If
I'll
not,
just rewatch the episode when we were there. Then just
Mhm.
get a look of the castle.
yeah, I have a good image in my head still.
Yeah, and
Um,
I have a vague image. That's. Mm-hmm. See.
So that would be our plan then. I try to like I either talk to like Cassius about this or like someone that we trust.
Cassius is probably the best bet.
Yeah, he probably knows who to talk to. But yeah, I mean, it seems like we got everything out of this that we could have hoped for.
Mhm.
We minimized the potential, or like we maximized the potential for Cirrus to be minimally stuck in the standard position. His mother might be coming back, and he might get his airship back, and we
Yeah.
might get a castle. Like, there's not, if this works out smoothly, well, was very beneficial to the Ace.
If it does, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
We can only hope.
We will go to bed, and by bed I mean hammocks.
Yes.
And as you make your way back into your quarters, you all try to find your way around sleeping in a hammock. Especially for those not used to it.
I think I have actually. I know if I could have slept in a hammock before.
Valerius slept on worse for sure.
Yeah, probably
Valeria
also
slept for-
Torval also slept on worse, I think.
Mhm.
A bedroll
the
doesn't
military.
count.
No, but like in general, I think as a bounty hunter, I will have probably slept somewhere weird.
The hammock is worse than even the worst taverns.
Well, okay, fine. Then we
I'm
just
not complaining anyway.
Yeah,
As you bed down for the night, morning rises with the capital being in sight. Though it takes you about a few hours to be able to get there. And with that, we'll end tonight's episode. As we have new goals, new ideas, and new roads to follow.
Mm-hmm.
As well as a proper plan of not getting Cirrus stuck in the place he ran from.
Mhm.
Anywho, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed tonight's episode. As we'll see you all on Sunday again. Yes, 2 episodes in 1 week. What a treat.
We are blessed.
We are blessed
We're
this week.
machines.
Anywho,
That's advantage on rolls.
Oh no.
thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And we'll see you on Sunday. Good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.